six-dimensional. No, it was three-dimensional hell of descent. Nice and slowly driving around with my cruise control. Nice and relaxed. Woosah. Incidentally, Shark, have you watched Future Man on Amazon Prime? Can't tell if you didn't hear me or he just wandered off.
But do you want confirmation on?
Have you watched the Amazon Prime TV show Future Man?
No, what is it about?
It's kind of about time travel, but it's also got a really, really good video game thing going on. So it's very self-aware. It's very like all of the font is the Terminator font. There's a policewoman in one episode running like the Terminator. It's basically the last Starfighter. Someone does a challenge in a computer game, and because it did it in a computer game, people come back from the future to do it. So it's interesting. It's a bit puerile. It's very puerile, but I've actually been quite enjoying it. So, but you may
probably up my alley.
Yeah, possibly. Lower header. Turn on harvester.
Oh, the grass field.
So, do we get more expensive crops, or do we just get, what's the word? Like, better at or quicker at doing the current crops? I'm just in canola here.
Kind of both.
Because we've got 40,000 at the minute.
I don't think I've gotten really far enough into the game to know.
I think with the variety you get better like price control. Like there's only few crops that are in demand. If you have multiple crops, you have greater chance of delivering the one that is in great demand.
So, do you think it's worth us, because we now have a second field, shall I hop in and plant a different seed? That seems like a good plan, doesn't it? Rather than mowing more canola.
I thought we were going to throw all the manpower towards it, so we are moving the direction of more fields.
Well, we did buy a second field. I mean, I don't know is the short answer. How do I detach that?
I would assume we want
Soybeans worth
to keep...
a lot.
But is it only worth a lot right now?
No, it's soybean is always worth a lot.
Why did we do canola, not soybeans then?
I don't recall. It may be that the harvest density. So per 1,000 liters, it's great. But the question is, in the acreage, how much do you get?
But does that not also require us to have a better thingy? Better harvester or something? So our one is small, but because it's quite dead.
I think that one does wheat, barley, oats, canola, and soy.
Yeah, but I mean, the harvester might be able to do it, but our harvester's not very good, relatively speaking. Stole fork. Two. But what I was suggesting is I grab the trailer. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, you were baling.
Yeah, this can probably sink more manpower and like supports parallel working.
But this one is fully cutting away, so I guess I will just carry on with this. LTN 1. Turn on harvester LTN 3. So could someone grab a truck and come and empty me? So Jay is hopefully joining us, but is currently dealing with real life. Why am I putting my foot in the accelerator? Come on, it's all about the cruise control. Oh, so if we got to keep cycling the crops just because the game artificially does demand, like we're the only people in the entire world who do crops. But it's me. If you're not terribly busy, could you grab the tractor and our trailer and bring it over to field 15 so I can dump my load in it?
Right, tractor, got it.
And we are
I jumped in the pickup truck.
Oh, you can do it in the pickup truck if you want, but I suggest the tractor. Sorry, what was that, Schalke?
The economic simulation is that we are so small a party that we can't move the world market by ourselves. We don't have dominating market power. So the rest of the market moves independently of us, which seems immutable from our perspective.
Well, it's like Elite or something. You turn up going, I've sold this, and the price goes down. You're like, really? You guys, if it's that vulnerable an economy, you should probably sort it out. Hey, Rob. I don't know if you watched season 1, but season 2 of Love, Death and Robots is now on Netflix, and my review so far is it's a lot less penisy than the first season, which was extremely penisy, and this one so far I've watched the first couple episodes and they've been really good. But the first season, so I know Gareth is one of the animators on it, but the episode where they're doing the farming with the sci-fi, I love that episode. But a lot of these episodes, they kind of feel like mock trailers for games. Like, we're going to try this, and if it's a good game, we're going to make it into a game. I do kind of wonder if that was actually what was going on sometimes. But yeah, if you have seen them, highly recommended. If you haven't, bear in mind, although it is, animated stuff, this is not for children. As I said, season 1, very penisy. Penises in every episode, I believe. Apart from the farming one, which is my favourite. Coincidence? Who knows?
I love that one. It had a very Wild Star vibe to it.
Oh, it was lovely. Yeah, absolutely. And the twist at the end, you're like, whoa! I'm like, yes, entire show about that. Make a show about that. Brilliant. Yeah, good episodes all the way through. Absolutely just wonderful. And I'm very glad that they've done a second one. See, I like this game. I just get I'm on cruise control. I've aligned my hardware. I'm not even touching the controls. I'm literally sitting here fiddling with a little nut and a bolt I 3D printed. I'm at 51% now. See, idle games...
Excuse me, I am doing you.
She is, I hope. So idle games where, quote-unquote, idle game, where there's plenty to do, I've always liked. Like an idle game where it kind of ticks over without you, but you can do stuff. And I like that in here. I'm just kind of here going, yeah, this is quite cool. LT+. Straw is not available for current fruit type. Oh, all right then. But it's weird, given how much this game has sold, this series, it does feel they've tried very minimally with a lot of stuff. For example, the swoosh, the dust coming out the back of the harvester, it just turns on, and when I steer, it's just attached to me. And it's weird that they've done such a lousy job on a lot of it. Like the actual vehicle rendering, it's all right. It's a bit last gen, shall we say, but it's not too bad. And the world is... It just feels like this is still a game from the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 era that they've been patching, and they've never gone back and done a proper update. I mean, no ambient occlusion, no global illumination, no volumetrics.
Tell you what, Steam tried to recommend some ranch game to me. Oh my god, it looks so much worse.
Oh, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of awful rip-offs.
It just started and it's in early access and it just looks so awful.
But like, if I was going to rip this off, I'd do it in Unity and I'd make it look really good. That would be my first part of my USP. I'm going to have really good graphics. Because these are mobile levels of graphics these days. PCs are so far ahead, and I could do this on a tablet, for heaven's sake. Like, genuinely, right now, I am pulling 9% of my CPU running this game. And I think even a low-end gaming rig is not 10 times slower than my CPU. No, so it's not that I don't enjoy it. I would just like it to look better. But I think about a lot of things in my life. Whereas SnowRunner just looks fantastic. Constantly, all the time. Just that looks great, that looks great. I'm upside down in some great-looking mud. I've driven into a great-looking tree. I've rolled my great-looking truck.
I still struggle to understand how they do that. Is there basically a surface, and then they put the mud on top of the surface?
Yes. So the mud is essentially a high-resolution height map over the top of the hard landscape. So in Mud Runner, you could actually get like a snowplow for the front, and it happened a little bit in the stream. So I flipped a trailer and I just dragged the trailer along, and that just flattened the mud. You could really see how it worked then. But overall, it's a glorious system.
Snowplow.
Yeah, mud plow.
Mud plow.
I did link a link, by the way, if we want to spend a bit of time before one of the SnowRunner streams getting you guys some more trucks. There are a lot of trucks just lying around. You just go and get them, and it's like, well done, you've got... Sometimes you have to repair it, sometimes you have to return it. But
oh, yeah.
there's
lots
lots...
American things to unlock a whole bunch, isn't there?
Yeah, well, so if you wanted... For example, the Royal, that's in Northport. It's in the bottom left of Northport. Rob is flashing his torch at me. He's SOSing.
I believe it's gone the 11th, wasn't it? So it's Loki now?
No, Loki is another 2 weeks, I think.
Ah.
I've just finished... Invincible was great. Really liked Invincible. Love, Death and Robots has just aired on Netflix, which was a great anthology of sci-fi future stories. They were very, very good. And Castlevania, which vaguely based on the computer game, has also been good. And then so Loki, I think Loki might be next Friday, which will be the 21st. I'd have to look it up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Loki's the last thing we get before what's the next thing? Black Widow, I think. Black Plague.
Ah. I thought it was like comedic. So.
No, they're Black Widow. I think it's next.
That worked brilliant. I do like these backstories. I know some people don't like it, but I like the backstories. You know, it fleshes the characters out.
Yeah, but the problem you've got, it's fine as long as Black Widow does not end up in mortal peril in the film, because she can't die.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things.
You have mortal peril as long as they don't get killed.
Well, yeah, but you can't.
Well, you can have them get killed, but then they get revived by some miraculous healing thing or something, some sort of retcon. Yeah,
but there's no point in even going, oh, is she going to make it? Of course she will. So you need to have interest in a different way. And a lot of shows suffer from this. So this is one of the things I have liked about For All Mankind, which is an Apple TV series set in a 1960s, 1970s space race where the Russians got there first. They kill off characters, so you have no hero shields, whereas in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there is no way Falcon or Winter Soldier are going to die at all. Not a hope in hell. You know they aren't, so there's no point in going, oh, they're going to win this fight. Of course they're going to win the fight. And that can take away from any sort of tension or suspense in a fight. You're like, how does it end rather than anything else? And a lot of TV shows struggle with this because obviously you've got your named actor, and that's why Game of Thrones was so very, very good, as it did not care in the slightest about killing off very, very highly respected actors that had been in it for a while. I believe one of them was an Oscar-winning actor. They just killed off. I'm like, oh, I liked him. Oh, June the 9th for Loki. Okay. Oh wow, that's 3 weeks.
Yeah, long way off.
In a way, having a lot of characters give you margin to kill them off. Instead of having 7 invincible characters, have 14 and kill 7 of them off.
The problem with that is you don't then have characters you care about. So, I mean, Game of Thrones, what it would do, you could see it in Game of Thrones. Well, it is, because if you don't care about them, you don't care that they die. So, but Game of Thrones would cycle in a character and then kill them off like a season later. You're like, oh, I like that. Oh, god damn it, he's dead. But you would end up going, oh, I hope the red-headed lady doesn't get killed, or I hope the blonde bloke doesn't get killed, because you get a new character and going, are they going to kill this one? No spoilers. Sometimes they would, sometimes they wouldn't. Many people might say what the only thing they really killed was the story, but I personally enjoyed it, no matter what the internet says. And again, it's like
I agree.
But like, okay, let's just say for sake of argument, the last season of Game of Thrones was a steaming pile of shite. Fine, okay. Now show me another magic, swords and sorcery, medieval, political intrigue drama that's better, and I will go and watch it with gusto. Right, there isn't one. And I get this. People, they compare a show or a game or a film against some imaginary show or game or film in their head, and then say, oh, it's not as good. It could have been better. I'm like, well, it could have been better, but if no one ever does better, then maybe it couldn't have been done better. And if this imaginary game or show or film in your head got made, guaranteed you go, it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, you would absolutely be disappointed by it. And that is the nature of... this is why Kickstarters work. Promise everything. Like, promise the world, and then get the money, and then take it away. So I remember...
Deliver something, maybe.
Well, I mean, this happened with my mate Dave, because he messaged me about Elite Dangerous. Like, oh, Elite Dangerous, yeah, brilliant. I loved Elite 1, I loved Elite 2, I loved Elite 3. I'm like, do you play Elite 4? And he went, there was an Elite 4. I'm like, oh, yes, there was an Elite 4. And it really wasn't very good. And that brought him down to earth a bit, because in his mind, it was just going to be the best game ever, and much better, much better. I'm like, wait till it's out. When it's out, then you can get excited. When you can play it, then you get excited. But the developer promises that you will be able to blah, 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 whatever. Wait till it's actually happened. I mean, like Star Citizen, it's got some very cool screenshots, but I don't even know what you do or what is actually in. As far as I know, it's literally Elite, but with better graphics. I genuinely don't know of any meaningful differences between the two games.
It's Elite with better graphics, more bugs, and you fork out a shit ton more money for donations.
Yeah. I mean, it's the thing. I mean, if I were to sit here and explain to you the difference between No Man's Sky and Elite, I'd be like, well, No Man's Sky has a 1970s comic book pulp vibe, and Elite Dangerous has a sort of a more modern, hard sci-fi vibe. Okay, what else is different? You get to sit inside your spaceship in the docking stations. There's not much different. You get on landscapes, you explore stuff. You can't build a base in Elite, but again, I'd be hard-pressed to really list a major difference between those two games. They're more or less the same game. And I wish I liked it when we played Elite. I just wish that it had better support for HOTASes and VR and motion platforms. It was all about sort of, I don't know.
Isn't No Man's Sky more about surface interaction? And Elite is more about flying.
Yeah.
Space.
Well, no, it's safer to say that No Man's Sky allows you to do everything wonderfully, whereas Elite, the ground stuff is shit. Like, in No Man's Sky...
The ground stuff is shit, but the flying is spectacular. And the atmosphere when you're out in space is...
Yeah, it's really nice.
Very more realistic. And I rather like the way that they did the traveling between bodies.
The frame shift stuff, it's kind of... It's good in theory, and then you get these weird sort of... like overshooting and sliding. I like it when you come out of stuff and you have to veer away from the sun you're facing towards. That's cool. But yeah, I ended up screwing up quite a lot on those things and weird frame shift issues. I mean, No Man's Sky, because it's a full procedural landscape and much more complicated, that warp time between planet A and planet D is actually a generation time. It's busy creating the landscape. So that is why they haven't let you go even faster. But Elite doesn't really have that because the landscapes are, the levels, the planets are pretty much a nothing.
Yeah, it generates the system while you're... if nobody else has ever visited it, then it is generated while you are jumping to the system. So it could take a while. It could take just a few seconds.
Yeah, but they don't have to generate the whole planet, whereas in No Man's Sky, obviously, the planets are much, much, much more complicated.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no argument there.
Opposite experience that I thought that the flight was a little arcadey, and if there's going to be mattering only little, why have a flight model in the first place? Why not just have a timing window on how much it takes between bodies?
I guess because in No Man's Sky, because you can change your mind on the way there. Oops, it acted disengaged. Okay. How do I put my pipe in? Okay, I'm driving over to the other field now just to harvest it.
Purple 7. Oh, you got it.
I've just unlocked higher quality research for.
Idle factory idle. Yeah, I loaded it up again. Then I went fixed a few things, and I went, I can't. I would like. Yeah, I can't. I can't do this again. That would be bad.
Yeah,
Oh no, that was very bad timing. Surprise train.
It happens to me every time. Every time that I get to a railroad crossing, suddenly train, and I'm like not even halfway across the tracks when those things are going down.
I mean, one could say perhaps I should have looked left and right, but I didn't. The real issue is the lights don't turn on till the train is basically there, which is very dangerous.
Exactly. I mean, they do that so that, you know, while you're driving the train around, you're not just creating blocks at all the streets as you're not going to cross them yet.
Well, I'm just sort of driving. Rob's in my cabin. Is he actually sitting on my lap again? Is he sitting on my lap? Last time, no, he's sitting in his own thing there, looking very cool. I'd like to point out he is wearing sunglasses at night.
I'm sure it's not his photochromatic lenses. Chromatic lenses.
No, they're still dark. I can see them. He's basically a poser.
What can I say?
It's interesting.
What is 21 doing at the moment?
You're the field that you're by. I'm just driving over there at the minute. It's got something in it. I was just going to dig it up on the basis we bought it and it came with a whole bunch of seeds in it.
Yes, we'll probably do that.
I am on my way. But it's nice. It's a nice sort of change to... Oh, cool. Oh, Rob's on top holding on. That looks awesome. So, it's a nice change to Wreckfest where I only need to touch the steering wheel every 5 seconds sometimes. Sort of straighten up and just drive forwards for a bit.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
How's it all going?
Stressful.
Excellent.
Great.
I have a great story from today, but unfortunately I can't tell it to you in public. So I'll have to say that one for a between stream moment. But in the other news, my mum, she pays about £30 on her water bill generally, but it's usually estimated. And she got her non-estimated water bill for £3,800. Which we feel is an issue. So apparently, what they reckon happened, and they're investigating now, they reckon there's been a cracked water pipe. So her place is hemorrhaging, but she's obviously not responsible for that directly. That's very much their problem. But yeah, so she had a small heart attack when she suddenly got a water bill some 100 times bigger than she was expecting.
Have you been filling up the hot tub every night?
I don't live with my mum, Jay. I'm not 12.
Well, you never know.
My mum lives in Cornwall. I'm in the north. I checked. I asked the postman if we're in the north, and he assured me this was the north.
sure you're in the north?
I checked. Only just, apparently.
Winter come.
More than me.
Well, yes, but but I mean, as I've said, I mean,
Trophy northerner.
yeah, people on the south coast I would consider to be north of where I grew up, but the north is different to north.
Surely you've got your cardinal directions wrong there, because that would make me west. No.
Yeah, but and north.
But what about someone on the Scottish border? Are they further north than what?
Oh,
that-
the north, forget that we are the north.
No, the north will never let you forget the north. Trust me.
Freedom.
Oh. But there's a difference
Although that's
between
not-
north and the north, you see. So you get road signs that say London, and then it says the north.
North.
The north.
Yeah.
There's a lovely 1 frame per second. What the fuck's going on there?
Synchronizing. There we go. Yeah. So I was at the arcade today, and one of the things that happened is our Minecraft server, which is this piece of crap old computer with an onboard video card on it, told me it didn't have enough OpenGL resources to run it. So this Windows update, I was guessing, broke the video card drivers. And then Andy, my artist, messaged me going, I can't do anything in a minute. My video card's not in the system. I can either run at 800 by 600. I think my video card's broken. And a thing. So this Windows update apparently has reverted at least 2 computers I know of that only be able to use the Windows basic display driver. So best of luck it doesn't happen to anybody else.
Are you trying to put those hay bales into me?
I'm trying to carry them. It kind of worked with the previous ones. I'm figuring out why it doesn't work here.
Did we just leave this tree in the middle of this field? We did, didn't we? I wonder what's going to happen when I ram it. Oh, okay. Not much.
Hey, you got it. Would you like me to nudge the other one in for you?
If you can help, go ahead. I don't know how you would.
If I just hold it here, you should be able to reverse against it. Take it nice and easy because your other one will fall out though. You should get both of them in the back fork.
Now we have the option to turn this in if we don't want to finish this. It seems to be kind of tricky. I don't want that.
Did that help?
I think I'm successful, so let's say yes.
Guilt.
So some of the field I will not be able to harvest as there are trees in the way.
So cut them down.
No, there's
Have a chainsaw.
no, there are trees lying in the way. Yes, but I'm busy driving a harvester. Combine harvester.
Have you got the combine harvester?
I do. I'll give you the key.
Please bother.
What, with keys? I'm pretty sure they got keys with a combine harvester.
I just wonder because it seems like, you know, you've got to be pretty psychotic to want to steal one of those.
Yeah, which is a good idea to then therefore require it to have keys, so no one psychotic goes, you know what, I'm just going to take this. What they're going to do? Chase after me at 4 miles an hour, probably what they would do.
Wasn't there a thing on the news a while back? Some arsehole stole a combine harvester and drove through some town centre with it. Destroying.
A number of people have stolen various bits of heavy equipment over numerous times. Yes.
Who's gonna buy them? Or are the thieves gonna use them?
But by what?
Heavy equipment.
Well, no, people have
I
stolen.
imagine-
Like people steal like articulated lorries or armored vehicles or tractors and just razz them through. Because sometimes it's quite hard to stop. There's a famous one in Australia. Guy built an armored vehicle, and there was nothing that could stop it for like 500 miles. So it just went on a rampage.
You talking about the guy that welded like inch-thick steel to this vehicle?
Yeah.
To his car?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Australia don't have a nearby army. They're like, you know, we can bring out the army. It's going to be 4 or 5 hours. We'd have to. We could fly in some soldiers, but they can't do anything when they get here. Well, they shout it. I think in the end they shot him. So what's on? I mean, again, I'm not the expert. What's our next sort of goal? Is it this straw swaping, or should Esmir go and grab the other the plower and plow a different seed to canola?
Quinoa.
Huh? Canola. Canola.
Okay.
It's not a silent L, is it?
No. How's it spelled?
Oh, it's not quinoa. It's canola. Yeah. K-I-N-O-A is quinoa. There you go. There's the thing you've learned for the day.
Quinoa is spelled with a Q.
Q-U. Yeah.
K-I-N-O-A, quinoa. What are you saying?
Pick the next contract. Now would be the time to influence that.
No, go for it. I shall leave you in charge of that. I'm busy. I'm happy just driving up and down, watching money slowly accumulate. I think you can spell. You can spell quinoa with a Q, can't you, as well? But it's just K-I-N-O-A. A Q.
So there's shit that they make vegetarian burgers out of.
That's corn.
Oh.
Also, I have to say, I've had vegetarian stuff is getting a lot better. I have had stuff, and I was like, the only time you can tell is it's not quite chewy enough, and it's got so good.
There's a brand that they did a molecular analysis to find out exactly what molecule makes meat taste like meat, and they figured it out. It's called HEMA.
I mean, as a young man, I would have Bean Feast, which was just. So you know pot noodles. You know the dehydrated meat in pot noodles. Imagine just that, but corn. Quite nice, but it's just a big bowl of flavour and corn.
Rubber.
Yeah, but like nowadays, it's got very good. Yes, that's not quinoa. That's quinoa.
Yeah.
But yeah, canola is definitely what we're doing. Whatever the hell.
Again, is that American? Is that American name something else?
I don't know. Not that I know of.
America calls it canola.
Yeah, but what do we call it?
Rapeseed.
Oh yeah, of course it is. We've had this conversation, haven't we?
I think we've had it every week.
Yeah. So all Rob's done, by the way, is join the game, then sit in the back of my combine harvester, just done nothing.
He's been playing the game a lot.
Do we next buy a tractor or a field?
I don't think we need any more fields. I'm pretty sure these two fields will outrun us by a large factor. Like our limit is we need a bigger, better combine harvester. Like that's what's slowing us down. So right now, Esmir could be ploughing the field, but she can plough the field about twice as fast as I can harvest it. So another harvester or a better 50,000. So another harvester or a better harvester would speed us up. That's our critical path. However, Esmir, do you want to go and get the plough and the seeds? And can you plant something that we can straw swath? Do I need to update? Do I need to do something with my harvester? Well, like, what does that do? Someone explain to me as if I was 5.
Just turn this off on. It's literally you push the button to turn it on.
Right, and let's start with what is it, and then move on to what do I do with it.
It's the stalk. So what it does is it separates.
It's used.
I'll let Esme explain.
It takes the chaff and it just ejects it instead of mulching it up. And so you can take that, you can bale it up into straw bales.
Okay, and this machine already does that?
Yes, it does.
Awesome. So can you get the plough and can you do straw, I suppose? I think that it's still over at field 19. No, field 20, our other field. Can we name the fields? Why would
so
you not
straw
allow
comes from wheat, oats, and barley.
Whatever one is selling for the most, let's do that one. And then I guess we'll need a baler. Oh, unless our log machine does it. But yeah, so this game, again, this is the 5th farm sim game. Why can I not name the fields? We could call this one Andy's mum, Andy's sister, Andy's aunt. So, clear descriptive names.
I think think you might have partly answered your own question.
You get the next harvester up.
That's a lot.
Is 202,000, so
Okay.
we'd get 80,000 back on the harvester and the header that we've got.
That would not be a good. So the best thing we could do would be buy another one of the harvesters, which is twice as fast. Like that harvester you're suggesting does not do twice as much as this one, so that's not a well, unless it does, but that would not be a good.
No, the Russell does 12 mile an hour. The Macy Ferguson does 18.
What with the thingy down?
No, the maximum harvesting speed is something like 6 mile an hour.
Okay, because mine's 4, so that's 50% faster harvesting.
The only
speed.
time that's faster is when you're harvesting sunflowers. And that's because a certain head that you can buy is faster.
So I will basically poop out straw bales. What do we do with them? How do we pick them up? Do we need a machine for that? Can we use
You
the...
need to buy a baler to turn them into bales. So you drive over the loose straw.
Okay, so how much is a baler then? Is that an attachment or is that its own machine?
It's a trailer.
Pretend for a moment
It's
had
towed behind a tractor.
So pretend for a moment that I had a whole bunch of toy farm vehicles when I was a child, which I did, but like everyone, but no one ever explained to me how they worked. So I had a baler, and as you moved it along, it actually like spat out little bales. Okay, so can we get a baler then? Like, I assume we can also tow it over here with the truck. So come and get so Esmir will start ploughing. So if we can get a baler, I don't know which balers are. Again, buy a good baler, like a sensible baler for this point in our progress.
I think Esme's got the most experience with that. I usually just go for forage wagons. Baling is not something that I've done a lot of.
I'm going to drop out, so I need to concentrate on factory item. Thank
Okay. I am also at 72%. I think we could almost do with another tractor. I think we are going to be a bit... is the trailer over here?
So you want a baler?
The trailer's over there. Yes. But can someone get in the Chevy, whatever it's called, and come and empty out my bay as well? Maybe we should just do more Descent streams, but only ever do them on the wrong controllers. Like, hey, tonight I'm playing Descent on a steering wheel.
That would be fun.
Playing Descent on a dance mat.
Oh. I dare
Is there even enough buttons on a dance mat?
No. Well, there's...
Maybe a double one.
I have multiple ones. No is the answer to your question. I mean, you could do. It wouldn't be very good, but you've got 4 directional arrows and 4 buttons, so you'd have to use them as. I'd have to do it while holding. I'd have to do it while holding a pad in my hand for the extra buttons.
You can do plants in addition to jumps.
Yeah, well, I'd have to chord, but that does. I think I'd run out of buttons pretty quick. What does that give you? 4. Oh no, there's a lot of chords, isn't there? I think I'd do better doing that on a Guitar Hero controller. Where's Jay gone?
Sorry,
That's kind of specific terminology for dance mats.
So Jay said
I don't
sorry.
think I have.
What? Gone. Say Shaka, for dance mats?
I haven't done many songs with plants in them, and I think they are defined as having 3 buttons to be pressed simultaneously.
Oh, I don't
which
think.
essentially means you have to do hand in addition to legs.
I don't think any official songs ever did that. I believe that. So basically, what happened is other companies tried to do DDR clones, and then did new things. And sometimes Konami went, great idea, like holds, but plant. I don't think there's any plants in any official DDR song. Not that I'm aware of on any difficulty. Very bad for knees as well. So, just in case you're not clear, what Schalke means is superhero landing. Wow. That's a lot of money. So we currently have 50. I don't know how much extra bailing will get us though. Is it like, whoa, that's a lot, or here's an extra 10%?
It's more like here's an extra 10%.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, assuming there are better ways of making money, I don't know what those ways are. I mean, how much was this combine harvester? More than I'm driving. The
0,000, I think.
So how much?
100,000 plus the header.
Because if we could get another one of these, then we could do this twice as quick. Like literally, I mean, Jay. I mean, I'm empty, Jay. I mean, it will take me several minutes to be full. Also, how do I?
Yeah, it's 105,000.
Okay, so how do I also repair my vehicle? I'm down to 50% health and 50% fuel.
You need to refuel it and take it to a workshop and have it repaired.
Oh. This is not so you can't bring fuel out to me then.
There is a fuel trailer, yes. The fuel bales are trailer.
Oh,
There's
is that 100,000 as well?
Probably.
So without the baler, straw isn't a thing. Is that correct? Like, there's no we can't like there's no we can't do anything with the straw swath.
That's
without
correct.
that. Okay. So what else can we do? Again, I am not the expert to maximise our money because right now.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
Can't we do a loading wagon?
What?
Yes, we can. Loading wagon would be the better option. You can do like 4 fields of straw in one load and then just go and sell it or turn it into silage.
Sure.
The
Well,
loading wagon doesn't just work with straw, it works with grass, hay, like anything that it can pick up.
well, how much are they?
They
Yeah,
start
can't
at
remember.
46,000.
That we can afford. Is that another type of trailer?
Yes, it can only be pulled by a tractor.
Okay. So, Jake, you want to, after this run, can you go and grab the tractor with the plower and bring it over here while I fill up? Obviously, don't park in the uncut bit.
Park right in the middle here in your way.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. Wreckfest should have taught you not to get in front of our common harvester.
Speed all over the place. Are you in kilometres or
I'm
miles?
checking
Four
the
miles an hour.
next harvester up to see just how much more it does.
Yeah,
It can hold twice as much, but it's also twice the price.
yeah. So
Let me check the width
So,
of
like,
the header. That's the important part.
well, also, what's the harvesting speed? Because if it's 6 miles an hour, that's 50% faster.
Yeah, it's 6. It's
that would be
it's
somewhat
the
better.
width.
Hang on, where am I going?
Go and grab the from our other field. The plower is there.
Wood, but it appears there's someone in it.
Oh, I don't know who.
What, in the tractor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That would be me.
yeah. Well, if you let
Oh,
if you let Jay get in while you do your googling.
Yep.
It's very relaxing, this game. Very, very relaxing.
Oh, and it's got seating. Thank you. Would you like to passenger, Esme?
Well, no, she can just
Oh, no,
teleport
no.
into the Chevy if she needs to.
Okay.
So yeah, 50% more speed would be good, and will give us 50% faster harvesting, because we can out-plow and pipe me like easily.
Wait, you're stuck at 4 miles per hour?
That's top speed. This is a vehicle's top speed. I can do 13 if I've got the header up, but that's not much use.
Hang on, I'm in field 15. What one are we doing?
21. Because it's closer to everything. Hello, Dora. I have a great photo. I need to share it. I bought Dora a bed, and she does kind of use it. She's getting there. But earlier, she was standing in the most unbelievably awkward fashion next to the bed in a kind of a, you know what? Screw you. I will link it on the Discord. I've also been the fun thing of trying to get one of my Twitter accounts back, because I have a bunch. And normally, you say, hey, I forgot my password. And it goes, all right, we sent you an email. Then it goes, what's your email? I'm like, I don't remember what my email is for this one. But if I do it on my other email account, it goes, would you like me to send one to dj**** at hotmail.com? But, like, I can't remember what my email address is, and it's asking me. So there you go, there's the pictures. Dora was sitting there. That's her bed in the bottom right, and she was sitting on my computer, staring out the window, purposely avoiding her bed. But that's not a comfortable way to sit, surely. Silly bear.
Hang on, I'm back at Esme. How the fuck have I got back at Esme? Where the fuck is this field?
I think you're here. I can. Oh no, these are just vehicles, not people.
Okay, once you cross the railroad track, take the dirt road to the left and just follow it down.
Oh, okay. I followed the other dirt road. That's what I've done wrong.
Although I do very much like this control panel, I'm 90% sure I can replace it all with a joystick and a throttle. Like, all I really use is the cruise control and the joystick. Because the rest, in the top left, it's still giving me buttons for the steering wheel, not for the HEC.
As soon as I touch my HEC, it switches to the HEC controls.
Yeah, that's just not doing that for me. I mean, I haven't changed anything. It's all default.
I just have to fiddle with it. Just fiddle with the knobs.
And I've tried fiddling with the knobs. I do that regularly, and it's just not making a difference in this case.
I did strip my HEC down and had a good look inside it. And it looks like it's going to be pretty easy to modify.
Cool. Yeah, that's somewhere on my list to say to reprint buttons that light up. Or at least transparent buttons and then a big ass light inside there, so hopefully enough light seeps through the transparent bits.
I don't know if it's any good to you. I've got some very small LEDs on fly leads.
I was going to literally just put an enormous LED in there, like a big white one, and then just shine through transparent plastic rather than trying to sort of position it.
Huh?
The low-tech solution.
Yeah, I've never been much good at those. I usually go right over the top and end up failing.
It's one thing I've got very good at over the last few years is making stuff work, because obviously the arcade, I mean, I say failure is not an option, but like today the Stargate joystick moves in the direction it shouldn't. I took it apart and I don't know what to do. Like essentially it's got a brass cage, and through the brass cage goes a brass cylinder, and the joystick pivots around that cylinder, but it's just worn away over the last 40 years, and I'm like, I don't really have a solution for this. I'd need to like make a replacement out of brass and then bend it into place, and it's like, yeah, put it back together. It's like, I'm not doing that. It can just be wobbly for the moment. I just fixing.
Not take it to an engineer's shop and get them to do it.
Well,
Is there
someone
with a lathe near?
I possibly could. Well, I don't need a lathe. It's the wrong. But possibly I could. But the only issue that's not just because I volunteered it, but it's not just me going, cool, I fixed it. It's we need to go and hire a professional, an artisan, and some high-end equipment then it's like, yeah, put it back together, bring up the budget. Certainly at this point, obviously because we've been shut for a year. It's been a year since we've been open. It's insane. Open next Thursday. For anyone who wants to go to an arcade, open next Thursday. I was going to hang around for the opening and then bugger off once we've opened because I don't really want to be around a whole bunch of people until I've got my full 5G upgrade installed.
I thought I was changing its GPS.
No, I've already got the GPS. I want the rest of the 5G. So we're doing straw, is that correct? And then we're going to get a straw baler. No, a
loading wagon. It doesn't even. It skips the baling and just puts it into a trailer.
Okay, so while Jade starts to do straw, can you, Esme, come and empty me in the Chevy? Not the Chevy. I know it's not a Chevy, but it looks like a Chevy.
Should I go ahead and buy the loading wagon or what?
Yeah, go for it. I mean, all of these will come in useful. I just want to make sure we're reasonably efficient in our progression. Whoops.
You're going to have to bear with me, Esme. I may or may not have slightly driven over some trees with the truck. Why there's trees stuck at the edge of the field, I'm not sure, but...
I could have sworn that I moved them all. Wow, I moved them like out of the way of the harvester.
No, there was some in the straw. Some in the dude area.
I guess it rolled down the hill. What the hell?
Oh, the truck's fine.
Do you want me to fork it?
Can you fork it? I was just going to get out, cut them up, and move them.
I'll have to get in that thing.
Oops.
And I can just move that.
I meant to lower my header and I chucked it off instead. What's the button for that? It is
2.
LT and 3. No, 2 is detach. That's what I pressed.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant to reattach.
Yeah, no. That actually prompts me. That's fine. But yeah, basically, I meant to put it up because I can turn off the harvester and do a quick turn, but it's very hard. Like the things don't turn nicely.
Well, not just 4 and set it to on and off each time. Like 4 lowers it and turns it on, and raises it and turns it off.
No, I think it's LT plus 1 or LT plus 3. But I'm sure one of the buttons on the other control panel do it. I just don't know which one.
Yeah. Number 4.
What's number 4? Top left orange. Okay, I'll try that.
Am I loading these into the pickup?
Do you want with them? I mean, I'm coming up to 50% full. I'm 60% full now.
I think Adam wanted the Ujima flip.
What I want is his field ploughed with straw. That's next step.
You don't plough it with straw.
You know what I mean. Plough it with seeds.
Yeah.
Do we not plough it with straw seeds?
Are you cleaning up the trees? Because it's easier for me to take the bigger pieces.
Oh, this was just a little piece. I don't think you would have got it in your forks. It was like a little white.
You underestimate me.
I know.
It's not you we underestimate. As me. It's the physics of this game.
If I clean off the branches, you might be able to see what you're doing.
do feel free to say hi, whoever's in chat. I can see people in chat, but unfortunately I never have names. Do feel free to just, even if you just say hi when you come in. So I go, hey, you. Fancy season from your town here.
Hey, Jake, can you come over here and clean this log real quick?
Which one where?
The one in the parks.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Is the
you went one side of the field to the other.
Is the trailer parked halfway up the hill, the one I'm supposed to be putting my load into?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Drop your load into that.
I'll try. What could go wrong?
Thank you.
I don't have access to this land, but it still cut it off. Right, I believe that is all of the log. No, maybe not.
Well, I'll find out in a sec. God, this lead will either go smoothly or loggily.
This is going to go extremely loggily. Oh, there's another log in the bushes here. No, you've got a log, Adam.
It's log, wonderful log.
Can you push that?
It's big, it's heavy, it's wood, it's log, it's better than bad, it's good.
I can't remember the rest of the words, but yeah, that sounds right. Remember just that line.
What was that mouthful?
It's from Ren and Stimpy.
What's that?
Cartoon from the 90s, I think.
Yep, from the early mid-90s-ish.
Was it Cartoon Network? I can't remember who actually... These days it'd be Adult Swim.
Started on MTV and went to Nickelodeon.
Ah.
It's not the one with the cat and the dog where they're joined in the middle, is it?
No.
No, that's Cat Dog.
See, now as Mia says it, it's obvious, isn't it?
I didn't really watch that one, but I certainly saw enough promotions for it.
So the we've now got a tractor with quite a lot of because we can tow the trailer with that one. So Jay, can you grab the Chevy and hand in that trailer full of canola, and Esmir will start ploughing.
I would, but Esmir's loading logs into the back of the truck.
Not this one. Not the one that's full of.
No, this one.
Oh, the truck. Oh, okay.
I thought we had a second tractor.
Go drive them off to the barn.
We do not.
Load it, ratchet down the straps and take it off to the barn.
So my choices of camera views on this particular vehicle are shit or awful.
And the barn is
just right up the hill. To the east of us.
Oh, okay, that one. Jeez, I need some diff lock on this thing.
Wrong game.
I know. This is where your game's going to be awesome. It's going to have diff lock.
Well, no, it won't. No, it won't. Because they're electric vehicles entirely. You're driving diesel vehicles in Mars. Also, I kind of mentioned this before. I actually did look into simulating a diff lock, and it's really, really difficult to do it in a fake way. It is. I mean, if you look at SnowRunner doesn't really do diff lock. It does a little bit, but mostly what it does is it cranks up the friction on your tires when you hit low gear, and then does it again when you hit diff lock. But it's interesting. But my game will be more about managing your battery usage, because obviously, they're electric vehicles. It's on Mars. Doesn't make any sense to have diesel. Or I'll change my mind because that's not any fun. Alright, I'm just going to go grab a drink while Esmir starts to plough the field of straw. Or whatever it is. So, Back in a moment, internet.
Fuck me, there's a tree there.
Yeah, all these logs are way too short to really care about the length. I guess chop them all up. I mean, they were really, it wasn't very well trimmed. I'll just put it that way.
Who was responsible for that tree?
Fuck if I know.
All Adam's
It wasn't
fault.
me, I'll tell you that much. It
playing
wasn't me.
No. I think it's all Adam's fault for playing the chainsaws. What the fuck?
What's wrong?
This truck is doing weird shit. It's driving on its side.
Oh yeah, they do that.
But I don't want it to drive on its side, I want it to drive on four wheels.
I gaze upon mine fields and I see that they are not ploughed.
Oh,
Well, you
it's
know what
starting.
If you can do it better, do it your bloody self.
I was getting Pringles. That does make you better.
Yeah, that is a reasonable excuse. Where are we selling this shit? Do we?
I know.
Highest price at the moment is the Port Green Elevate.
I've just switched it through to daytime, by the way, so we can actually see what the hell's going on.
Nice, thank you. Would you like to put that on 5% or 1% now, just so that
Well, it's only,
it's daytime?
it's 6:30. I was going to put it down to just normal and then speed it up to finish the growth. Oh, nice donut there, Desmia.
That was my fault. Apologies. I was looking at where to take this shit
Oh,
because I can't see the green thing in the sky for some reason.
how do I just press 5 to turn my radio off and on, but I don't know how to change radio station.
Right and left trigger and up and right and left or some shit.
Oh, 6.
Or both triggers on left and right.
I'll be honest, I'm not really sure how this interface works. I keep pressing buttons and it keeps changing stuff. Ah, 5 is off and on, and 6 is next, and 4 is previous. Got it. Not that I want it on.
25 mile an hour, my arse. You got to do at least 55 through the town centre.
Great demand at Spinnery.
4.
It does not say.
The only thing that you can sell there, cotton.
Spinning.
Oh,
That's a neat trick.
fuck train. I completely forgot about that big bastard.
Did you lose our grain?
No, I beat the train. Just. That was a game of chicken.
Never played chicken with a train. The train always wins.
What the fuck?
I sped time up because I'm ready to go. So I'm just making it grow quicker.
Okay, cocky.
Ooh, 10 grand, very nice.
Very nice. I still haven't managed to do the jump from the Port Green elevator container onto ship yet.
Not with a trailer.
Oh, this fast growing is really messing me up.
That would be nice.
That was weird. It did everything in one go. It's okay, you're good. You'll be pleased to know I've finished my Pringles. So I've come back down to the level of you mere mortals.
Talk for yourself.
Do you have Pringles?
I've had a whole packet of Pringles today.
Where are...
I've been a greedy,
So you
greedy
don't.
little fucker.
So you don't have any Pringles. Is all I'm hearing from that. I rest my case, Your Honour.
I got Haribo's there.
Are they Tang Fast Sticks?
No.
Don't even talk to me
these
then.
Are bulk buy specials, big 3 kilo packets.
I will ask the question again. Are they Tang Fast Sticks?
I don't know what they are. They're mixed.
If they're not Tang Fast Sticks, just enjoy your big pile of shit.
There's probably Tangfastics in them.
So what you're telling me is that there's stuff that's not Tang Fast Sticks in there. I seem to be repeating myself. I rest my case.
I'm just going to buy you a big bag of malic acid. Would that make you happy?
Probably not.
That's all it is.
Wait, so can the Chevy pull the fancy trailer, the baling trailer? And I don't mean
No, 'cause
should
hasn't
it?
got an output.
Okay, it definitely can't.
No, it hasn't got a PTO.
Push the orange.
No. Power takeoff.
And it's not power. It's not power takeoff.
Isn't it? That's what we call it over here.
What, power takeoff?
What do they call it over there then, Esme?
power takeoff is an airplane thing. PTO means it does mean power takeoff. Oh, it's not an airplane thing. But you can get
farming.
Yeah, PTO, power takeoff. The power takeoff shaft is an efficient method of transferring mechanical power between farm tractors and implements.
And there's no
I
need
could have
to
sworn that was a
that.
different thing for something entirely different. But okay.
And there are plenty of trucks with PTO, so
Yes. Wow, you've gone straight through day and right back to night.
well, yeah. But I'll whoosh through night. But yeah, I've been waiting for. Of course, I'm waiting for the plants to grow.
I thought it was about difference between towing a plane into a flight and like propelling itself into flight.
Well, there is that. Power takeoff is a thing, but that is powered takeoff, and this is power takeoff. So one of them is about removing power from one part of the engine, one of them is about flying. So power takeoff versus powered takeoff. That reminds me, I was going to look up first PC joystick. So I was trying to work out how it worked. Like, so we mentioned this yesterday because at some point someone worked out you could use a MIDI port on a sound card as a joystick, but that means that you needed hardware, but that means you needed software. Now.
So what came first?
Well, the PC.
Yeah, I had a joystick that plugged into the MIDI port.
Yeah, but
for the longest time, I didn't know that was a MIDI port. I thought that was a game controller port for joysticks.
Exactly. So what happened is a lot of people had sound cards so they could hear things on their game. Someone realised they could make a 15-pin joystick that could be read by the MIDI device. Cool. But no one would have made a joystick in the hope someone would write software for it, and no one's going to support the software in the hope that you would have hardware for it. So what was the first PC joystick? Who made it? And did it come out with the game? Now, the Gravis PC gamepad, which you all know exactly what gamepad I'm talking about, that came with Command. Yes, that came with Commander Keen. So there's a special version of Commander Keen that supported it.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that series of games.
But what was the equivalent on the PC?
Only Commander Keen's on Steam.
Yeah, but doesn't surprise me. Okay.
Yeah, so is Leisure Suit Larry.
Really?
Yeah. Most of the Sierra backlog is on there.
Okay.
Sorry, catalog.
Oh, well, interesting. So, the first game port was on the original IBM PC in '81. It was on the optional $55 expansion card called the Game Control Adapter. So it wasn't a MIDI port. It was a game port, not the other way around.
So who was the first ones to do that then? That must have been
IBM.
Realtek?
No,
the manufacturer of the card.
No, IBM. The first one was IBM. You bought an IBM. You bought an IBM Game Control Adapter expansion card, which was $55. It allowed 4 analog axes and 4 buttons on one port, allowing 2 joystick or 4 paddles to be connected. The first official joystick was the IBM PC Junior. Was a version of the Craft Stick, so you could use the Craft Stick, and I don't know what the hell that is. I'd have to look it up. Which was a Apple II joystick. But
what was the one that I was on about? The green and orange one, or green and pink one, with the 2 orange buttons, 9-pin.
There's lots of joysticks that fit that description. So, in 1989, the Sound Blaster had a game port on the card, but it is not a MIDI port. the original game port design had 2 redundant pins. If you use those pins, you could then drive MIDI. So it wasn't a MIDI port, it was a game port misused to provide MIDI, not a MIDI port misused to provide games. Well, I never. But that means there were already joysticks available as of 1981, essentially. So there'd already been many joysticks available with game support because it was an official IBM standard. So there was no chicken and egg. Well, IBM was the chicken.
I just found it. It was the Cruiser.
Oh.
I thought that joysticks were like before keyboards. Like
No.
Touch would have some sort of controller.
I had that joystick and it had a little collar for tightness.
Yes.
Joysticks do not predate keyboards. I mean, typewriters. The first video game joystick was 1967.
Bloody hell.
Baseball bat, is that a form of joystick?
No, it is not.
So what was the first?
So how is a typewriter a type of keyboard?
How is a typewriter not a type of keyboard?
Because it's not connected to a computer.
What's that going to do anything? Keyboard, that's not the definition of a keyboard. Computer keyboard, sure. But joysticks, if we're talking about joysticks in aeroplanes predating keyboards, well, that doesn't mean anything either. So you're talking about non-computer keyboards versus non-computer joysticks.
Like I thought that the first controllers had very few buttons, maybe an analog accent, and enough buttons to type would come later.
Well, no, because the first keyboard would have been a typewriter. In, I don't know, 1700s, I would have guessed.
The layout that we have is the typewriter layout, which was designed to actually make us slow down in our typing to prevent
keys jamming,
the hammers from jamming.
First computers accepted data in the form of punch cards, and then there was like buttons. So having enough buttons to have a keyboard would come later.
Yeah. Are you arguing that computers had joysticks before computers had keyboards? Because they really didn't.
I guess I'm arguing, but you shot in the dark and I could do really wrong.
But, I mean, joysticks came in the... the best knowledge would have been the 1910s, which would have been the flight yokes for planes. But we would have already had keyboards for 100 years, but or more before then. First typewriter was 1829. The first commercially successful typewriter then wasn't until 1968. So we had typewriters for 40 years and they weren't successful. Brilliant.
We're not successful? How you measure that?
I measure that by the fact the Wikipedia article says the first typewriter to be commercially successful was patented in 1868. And apparently one of the people who patented it, he disowned the machine and refused to use or recommend it. Bit odd. So once you've done that, Esmir, you'll be able to swap out the plough for a swather. How it's called. Baler. Whatever it's called. A landing platform? What did you call it? It had a fancy name.
Loading wagon.
That's the one. Well, I look forward to seeing Sai again so I can tell him that he was wrong. And I have been wrong for the last 20-something years. I always thought that was a MIDI port abused to be a joystick, not a joystick port abused to be a MIDI port. It's good to learn. I like the history of computing and stuff. It's good to sort of find out how things happened. Because it's always interesting, because of course, we have new technology coming in. Like VR is quite old tech. Because it's really obvious. How do I provide stereoscopic vision and head tracking? Slap 2 screens on your face. It's been around a very long time. Because the technology has only fairly recently got good enough to do a half-decent job of it.
In real time, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, VR was real time even at the start. It was just freaking awful. There's a wonderful documentary on YouTube about virtuality, and it was so bad. It was so awful in so many ways. But was what we had at the time. It got better.
I think I watched that.
Well, it's from a local arcade museum. They got virtualities there. Because I was at an event and I had my Oculus Rifts. And the virtuality goes there. He goes, oh, can I have a go on one of those? Oh, I can't believe you got one. I was like, yeah, sure. I was like, can I go on yours? And he was like, wow, that's amazing. And I was like, wow, that's shit. Like, the virtuality is horrible. Low resolution, very low resolution. 20 frames a second at best. 12 most of the rest of the time. Whoops. Physics.
I think the current contract would benefit from having multiple people.
When Esmir starts to bail stuff up, I will happily come and help you. Jay, can you get... Oh, Jay's just passing... No, never mind. Nothing. Never mind. But yeah, once I finish this, Esmir can start bailing. And then we'll be good to come and help you.
Well, I have an internal storage to fill, so let's see whether it lines up.
What I've been doing is, in that case, I've parked the offload vehicle by the end, and then I just sort of swoosh past it. It's not as efficient as doing it in real time, though. What is the mission? Contract, sorry?
Field 19, harvesting.
Yeah. So, Jay, that was... Oh, he's gone. That's a horrible joystick. The Cruiser was... Ugh. And that little blue collar you could spin to set the tension. It was just awful. As a lot of joysticks were back then. The Zip Stick was... Competition Pro was an early one and one of the best designs. But you can't just copy that. You had to try and offer something different. So manufacture... Like, I had one and it had a stopwatch built into it. Like, that's what I want in the joystick. Do we also get wider plowers and seeders later as well?
Yeah.
Good. But I think Rob's got the right approach, because he's been basically sitting in the game idling, just getting the AI to do all the work, and then just handing it in. But it's a good point, Joe. You can always hire an assistant.
The profit is really tight if you do that way.
Oh. Because Jay's AFK, and Rob, or I would send Jay to help you. And Rob has been AFK, and Sai hasn't turned up. Max doesn't own it. And Malcolm is playing Valorant still. But yeah, 6 mile an hour harvest speed would make, well, it's 50% faster. That would be a big difference.
It's funny because every single harvester and every single harvester header lists at least 6 miles per hour. I don't know why that thing's not going 6.
Not enough horsepower? I don't know. I mean, it goes 13 if I lift the header up.
Yeah, it's supposed to go a maximum of 12 if it's not actually harvesting.
I think I can get 13 out of it. I know, it's terrifying.
That's only supposed to happen if you can upgrade the engine on a vehicle. Then you get 3 miles an hour or more.
Wow. This does not look like 1 o'clock in the morning, by the way. But yeah, oh, Jay's not here. I said Todd, my artist, was doing a stream of some texturing in unnamed game. And that's why I was getting my Twitter account. So I'm like, I'm going to try and move away from the Fortresscraft Twitter account, go to the Project Games one. Because I don't like tweeting about non-Fortresscraft stuff on the Fortresscraft Twitter. I like to tweet about it on the Project Games account, but I've lost access to it. So hopefully Twitter will get back to me going, well, hopefully something useful. A lot of people just essentially going, oh, that's no use. I'm like, no one has used this account in 8 years or whatever, it's 5-6 years. Even if it wasn't my account, can I have it anyway, given I just emailed you from projectgames.net? But we'll see what happens. I still have to fight that battle of getting my EA pass linked up to my game thing. Because it was weird. So, I mean, the short version is EA think my Microsoft account is linked to the wrong email address. But they're like, oh, you need to get access to that email address. I'm like, I don't even know what the email address is. If you tell me what it is, I can tell if it's one of mine. No, I can't tell you that, right? But you need to get access to that account. Like, I need to get access to an account you won't tell me the name of in order to progress. I gave up in the end because I had to do the stream. But I do need to go back to them. Hello. The email address you used to reach out doesn't match the email and the account you mentioned. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yes, that's the problem.
But that's an anti-phishing measure.
Yes, but I have emailed them from info@projectorgames.net saying, hello, I can't remember what email address I used to sign up for the Projector Games Twitter account. And they've emailed back going, that's the wrong email address. Brilliant. Yes, I know it's the wrong email address, but obviously no human has been...
It's a pretty basic phishing technique to make a similar-ish sounding email address
yeah,
and inquire from that.
Yes, absolutely. So, but that's not where you come back with, nope. You come back with, well, we're going to need more information. I'm like, what information would you like? I can prove I am Project Games in a whole bunch of ways, starting with the incorporation of the company. Or I can just say, hello, someone's squatting on my email address. Someone's squatting on it. For all I know, someone's hacked it and changed the email address. If you don't have access to the original email, we may be able to help if you you are still logged in. Hello. The last criteria. Whoopsie. Wrong criterion. Apologise. Applies. Thanks. Adam, CEO, Projector Games Limited. I have a funny feeling I might know what email address it is, and it's of my ex. I definitely haven't got access to that one, but we will see. But this is a business email account, not a Twitter one, so I want it back. And if somebody else has got it, I want it back. But I love that. They're like basically, oh, we can help if you happen to still be logged in on a. Actually, I might be. That is actually possible. I'm still logged in on this phone. Text and drive. I did start to try and use that one. But yeah, that's a bizarre thing to say. I guess as long as you're still logged in somewhere. Well, I'm not. But yeah, I agree with if it's a phishing thing, but that's when they could see I do have access to the DJ Arcus account, and they can see that Projector Games and DJ Arcus have been, closely linked and closely affiliated and talking to each other a lot. And I also have access to the Fortress Craft one, same thing. So I can prove I have access to Projector Games affiliated stuff, so hopefully it won't be a problem. The tricky bit is just trying to get hold of a person. So which Twitter account?
What's this?
Huh? What's what?
No, where are you trying to get hold of a person?
Twitter.
I have got an email address somewhere like that for someone.
No, basically what happened is they've just responded back with, you've emailed us from the wrong account. We can't give you access. I'm like, yeah, no shit. So the next response, I've just replied back with, this is a corporation or business entity. I want access to it. Because now I can prove I am Projector Games in some way, shape or form. Usually I prove it's me by tweeting, but obviously that's usually a bit tricky in this case.
Can you not...
I've done what I need to do, which is just to say, hello, I am an organisation or business. But I have a funny feeling I know what email address it is, and it's my ex's email address.
Oh no.
But
it's
a business, so...
is it a business account on Twitter at the moment?
No, there's no such thing as a business account on Twitter. It's verified, if that's anything. But it's not verified, though.
There should be a button if you're a business of some sort. I can't remember how it works.
Don't think so. That's Facebook.
For you to email the company or send them a message.
Right, I have. Yeah, no. What's happened is I can't remember what email address is used. So what I've done is I have gone through the process, and the first thing it does is it knows what email address that account is linked with, and it has gone, it's not that one. I'm like, yeah, no shit. So the next, oh shit, it's raining. So the next step is to, I've now gone, this is a business account, because then they will ask me to prove it's me in another way. So that'll be fun. But I want that Twitter account back.
Can anyone remember the button to sit in a passenger seat?
You press button on your HFC. If you press button 22, it brings up all the buttons you can press. I don't know. Shift, something silly. Shift tab, shift 2. I don't remember.
Shift Y, I think.
Yeah, screw it.
No, I'm sorry, it's Shift Z, left shift.
Oh, so that wouldn't work right because I was using the other shit.
Well, Adam, how do we know you are Projector Games? We've never seen you and Projector Games in the same room together.
Because I have the corporation corporation incorporation documents. That's why I replied back with, it's definitely me, Adam, CEO, Projector Games Limited. But yeah, I don't think I can email from info Projector Games on there. It's not a real email address. It just aliases to my Gmail. That's been a problem. Like, oh, you need to email us from it. Like, oh. And somebody going, you have to email us from a non-free email account. Like, you have to email us not from Gmail or Hotmail. It's like, oh, for God's sake.
Have you not got a projectagames.org or projectagames.co.uk?
Yeah, but I've got projectgames.net, and maybe .co.uk, but yeah, I don't use it. It just aliases to my Gmail account. Or I'd have to check multiple email accounts. Can you imagine?
You can link it to your Gmail account to send and receive.
No. No, that went away.
Yeah.
That went away in Gmail, didn't it? Pretty sure that's gone.
Use that now. I use it near enough every single day.
They did definitely move something. I'm sure of it.
Well, Microsoft lets you do whatever the fuck with their mail system.
Either way, I haven't.
Hell,
my
Microsoft account thinks that it's Gmail.
Either way, I almost never need to. I haven't needed to email from info@projectgames.net in many years.
You didn't set it up to that account, did you?
The what? Didn't set what up to what account?
The Twitter account.
If the Twitter account was the info@projectgames.net, I would very easily be able to recover it. It's not. That's the problem. I don't remember what email address it is. I suspect it's my ex's email address. But essentially, all I need to do is prove to them in some way, shape, or form, it's me, Mario.
Oh, God.
It's me. Should there not be something coming out the back of that, or is that not how it works? Are you just selling the raw straw?
I'm just selling the raw straw.
Does this mean we can also drive around at the back of Schalke and get more raw straw?
No, it will say that this field can only be. It's something about contract work only.
Ah, okay.
Adam, if I was Esmir, I'd go to like a Halloween place dressed as Mario and go, Esmir, Mario.
Would you? No, you wouldn't.
No,
would
but
you?
it's a pretty
so
cool
many
idea.
people make that joke.
Do they really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on, stop raining. This is a shit mechanic.
What, rain is a shit mechanic?
Yes, because I can't do any harvesting while it's raining.
Get yourself a better harvester then.
Don't think that matters. It just says do not rain while harvest. Are there ones that can harvest in the rain?
No,
Oh,
Are you sure?
no.
you have to get a mod for that.
Oh, that might be what I've done then.
Is it just the don't rain mod?
I think there is a way just to
No,
disable
it's
it,
just
right?
one that lets you harvest in the rain. Although I'm pretty sure it only works for like potatoes and sugar beets.
So, can someone give Schalke a hand? He needed someone to help him unload to finish his contract quicker. I guess, Jay, if you could do that.
Yeah, boss. Where am I unloading?
I don't know. Schalke will...
Oh, there's a truck.
I'm about half done.
Schalke's at
maybe
field 19.
within one offload.
Is it to do with the tractor and trailer that's sitting outside the shop?
Very likely.
Yeah, it's outside the shop is borrowed stuff.
Oh, you're doing cotton.
Bit racist.
Doing cotton.
How?
How? Because, you know, cotton. I love how manly and butch. I'm driving the Rustle Smash with the Power Stream 500 attachment. It's like something out of RoboCop.
Where the fuck is Field 90?
I'm
Oh,
sorry, but a Power Stream 5000 sounds like a, I don't know, urinary flow.
I'm afraid it's only a Power Stream 500. I'd like to upgrade to Power Stream 5000, but do I actually want the extra gigawatts? I don't really know if I'd use them. Oh, yeah, Shaq, if you do watch Future Man, let me know. I'm curious, because it's got some nice things. They keep using the little Back to the Future sting when they work something out, which I like. It's got lots of great references to other programs. I'm just not entirely sure if it is a great program in of its own right.
Okay.
But it's sort of a smash up of time travel, puerile comedy, and video games stuff. I said it's all very Last Starfighter. You know, he manages to travel, get the people from the future by doing a video game, but then he's like, you know, comments like, "I wish I'd just played Madden," you know, stuff like that. So it's quite self-aware. And I love the subtle choice of the Terminator font, and I love the way the cops run like Patrick, I forget his name, like the T-1000 ran in Terminator. So some good references going on.
Yes, I've been watching a lot of self-aware media lately. So I'm being on top of that too.
Well, the thing is, it's like, it's alright for some, like, games do this. Games will go, haha, isn't this mechanic in game shit? And they often do it by putting that mechanic in their game. I'm like, yes, it is, but putting it in your game is still shit. Like, you can have a sewer level going, haha, sewer level shit, as long as it's only 10 seconds long. You can't say, haha, sewer levels are shit, and then have an hour-long sewer level to really hammer home how shit they are in other games.
And I understand the problem, but you can also refer without actually instantiating them.
Well, if you had a 10-second sewer level, that's fine, going, haha, yeah, boy, I'm glad we didn't have to spend an hour in the sewer or something. There's a guy on YouTube, and he basically he reviews and plays first-person shooters, but he plays first-person shooters to the very highest level. And it's good because he'll play all the way through the game, but he's got a counter running on all his streams about the how many sewers he's been in. I think he's up to 83 sewers in first-person shooters now.
Hell, there's even sewers in my beloved Boneworks.
Yeah, so so as of next week, we are actually allowed to see people again in the UK. So my niece and nephew are coming on, and they're going to say, "Hey, is there anything new to play in VR?" And I hate going, "Not really." I found this on our mainstream. I mean, I know I don't go looking particularly, but it's not as if I'm looking forwards to a game for us to play. I was looking forward to Serious Sam 3. It turned out to be shit. Other than that, all I'm looking forwards to is patches for SnowRunner. Like, there's not like a game coming up I am looking forwards to, apart from, and I'm sorry to say this, the new Fortnite mode looks like we should definitely give it a bash. It looked like it might be actually really, really good. So it's an Ark style, well, it's an Ark style survival base building PvE thing in the Fortnite engine, which is an excellent engine. All of the Fortnite skins. I'm like, oh wow. So essentially they want more things to do in the Fortnite ecosystem other than simply deathmatch, or battle royale deathmatch. So yeah.
I thought the battle royale thing was kind of an afterthought for that game.
Well, what happened is they had Save the World. No, Craft the World. Save the World. And that was basically a 4-player base building versus zombies game, and the base building made it into the battle royale, the quick builds people do. But what happened is PUBG came out, and they went, we can do better than that. And so Fortnite was a copy of PUBG's main mode as a secondary mode, and then that became far more popular. So Save the World never got any love, and they said officially they have ceased development on Save the World. But now they are doing the survival game within Fortnite as a different game mode. I think it'll be worth a bash. I mean, it's free. I mean, there is that. And I have access to quite a few cool skins that, not through playing Fortnite, but through buying other games. So I've got the Krieg skin and the Claptrap backpack, which is awesome because Claptrap's brilliant. His lines are so good in Fortnite. But as I said, my point was, other than that, I'm not really looking forwards to anything coming out in the gaming industry that we can play on stream. Quite the opposite.
Squadron's unrepairable. Have you given up on hope that that's ever gonna get good?
What's unrepairable, sorry?
Squadrons? The Star Wars flying thing.
Oh yeah, I know it. Well, I mean, no one's ever gone, hey, I'd like to play that some more. I mean, Sai even said last night, wow, my HOTAS is dusty because I haven't played Squadrons. I was like, I'm hoping that Squadrons was too great to get a test run for a much bigger and better game. Really do. It did everything right eventually. I mean, you can see it was originally going to be a much more lucrative type game. With skins and unlocks, but now it goes, hey, you start with basically all these unlocks, you just earn some very easy currency to unlock them. But yeah, I did like it, I did enjoy it. I just felt the problem was the PvE was too easy and the PvP was too hard. So, but no one's sort of gone, hey, I really want to play that again.
I would probably play some more Squadrons. I would also expect to tire for it or get frustrated with the player base and matchmaking.
You know, if there's an arsehole behind you tooting, it's probably not a good idea to reverse into them.
But yeah, as I said, my niece and nephew coming over, and they will ask are there any new VR games I can play. And it saddens me. The answer is not really, no. Like, I'd like there to be a whole bunch of brilliant new games for them to play. There just aren't any.
But yeah, with like Squadrons, if it's like a good direction but not a great game, should people buy it to encourage to make a better one? Or should people withdraw buying it for not being a good game and a
Well,
experience?
it wasn't that Squadrons wasn't a good game. Squadrons was a botched launch and a terrible set of management. Like, really bad, wasn't it? I mean, the completely broken matchmaking, all, and broken rankings and people who were, people who were really high ranked, actually never getting ranked, all that stuff, and a lot of the exploits. And they were very slow to fix them. So very poor. On the flip side, when they started to add stuff, people couldn't believe what they were adding. Like, is this a joke? Are you genuinely adding in the B-Wing and the TIE Defender? Because this is what everybody asked for. Holy shit. But by that point, to my mind, they'd kind of lost their goodwill from me. I'm like, yeah, you kind of... You've ballsed it up by now. Like, I love the B-Wing. I love the TIE Defender. I was so excited. And by that point, I'm like, yeah.
Does somebody want to accept that contract we just finished? Or
I'm pretty sure you're all farm managers.
Oh, if I'd known that, I would have built my own farm.
Well, no, because that's what not to do, is not to just spunk all our money. That's why we are being organised.
Farm gets their own finances.
Yeah, but then you're not in my farm. You're another one, and then we're going to end up with bits of the same farm. Like that means that we won't be to eventually buy all the fields.
Yeah, because your farms work cooperatively.
What?
You can have your farms working cooperatively.
Yeah,
or-
you can hire each other out as contractors.
That does not seem like a net gain. That just seems like doing the regular stuff with extra
Well,
steps.
I mean, the only way that it's paid is, I would have to actually go in there and say, okay, pay them this amount.
So could you start up a new farm, do me a very simple contract for $500,000, pay me, and then go bust and then quit?
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be an exploit.
And that's a bad thing because?
Because if I wanted to exploit, I just use a hex editor.
So I would imagine that with No Man's Sky, the hype train was obviously bad hype train, and they kind of made an okay game. So with Squadrons, couldn't the case be the same, but like much less degree?
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with Squadrons now. They did, I believe, fix all the issues. nearly all the issues, but it took them a long time. The only issue they didn't fix is they said, we aren't going to force you to reset even if you're being affected by the bug that gives you an effective 0 rating no matter how good you are. Like, what the fuck? I don't really know, because there were too many exploits. People just parking up their ships and then just knackering up our freighters way too quickly. And there wasn't enough variety.
I don't even know how they were doing it, because I tried to park like out of line of sight of the turrets, and they just shot through the fucking ship at me.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, what the fuck? How does this work?
I know. I'm aware. It annoys me. But yeah, I hope that there is a Squadrons 2, and I hope they do everything they did, but just more and better.
Why would you need a hex editor for this game, Adam?
Just to change that 243635 to 24650000. Hey, Rob.
Hex editor. It's human readable.
Really? Is it just a JSON file? No. Anyway, my point is, there's not much point in playing this game and going and skipping the progression, because, hey, we've got all the stuff. Cool. What now? You wouldn't appreciate it either.
No, it does get a bit boring.
Not all games are progressing games.
But this definitely is. Also, because there are vehicles that start crap and end up good. But if we just jump to the best vehicles, we'll like, oh, these are all right, and you won't appreciate it. And like in SnowRunner, if I started off with the best vehicles, I really wouldn't appreciate how crap some of the start vehicles are. To have loud, you must also have quiet.
Like loud.
Yeah, but you have to have quiet as well.
Can't hear quiet.
Yeah, but quiet. Well, you can hear that there isn't a loud that is hearing quiet. If everything is loud, nothing is loud. Everyone is rich, no one is rich. So what's button 5 do then? Because I keep hovering my finger over it, I don't want to press it.
Opens and closes your flappy.
That seems like a safe button to just sit there and. I need to like glue a fidget spin or something on here. Yeah, but okay. So my point is, I don't have anything I'm looking forward to in VR. I don't have anything new to say to my niece and nephew. Wow, this is brilliant in VR. You should totally play it. And I don't even have that most of them about 2D. A lot of the games we play on the stream, and I go, wow, this is great. I didn't see coming. I wasn't looking forwards to. No. Oh. It says the completion date on the form downstairs on the table. I wonder if it actually is all done and dusted, and everything else is just print out.
I don't know.
Okay. But yeah, I'll say grounded, but time warpers. Like these games, I wasn't going, I can't wait for this again to come out, and then I love it. They're nearly always surprise games that come out of nowhere.
I will say I thoroughly enjoyed Vacation Simulator.
Is that just like Job Sim, where you kind of just mess around and then there's some vague sort of...
Yeah, but it's a lot more enjoyable. You got more tasks and stuff, and just, well, not so much tasks, but you do a lot more wandering and less just sit in one spot doing whatever.
Because I've got Rick and Morty's Virtual Reality, which is good, and I've got Accounting Plus, which is amazing. They're not child friendly in any way, shape, or form. Like, I don't know, Gorn is brilliant. Gorn 4-on-1 is freaking awesome. So 4 people playing on the monitor against 1 person VR is brilliant. It is not
Wait,
child.
Seriously?
Yeah, we did it at the arcade because we have enough room. We have a 72-inch screen, 4 joypads, a sofa, and then someone in VR. I don't really have enough room in my house. I need to put the VR player in a different room. But in theory, we could do that one on stream. Because I could be the VR player and you guys could play the remote gladiators. So that's a thought for something particularly unusual to try.
Give me enough painkillers, I'll gladly be the VR.
Was that a request?
I think it's illegal to ship painkillers to other countries.
I'm not sure what's involved, but I have got some ketamine in my kit bag.
In case you need to give it to a horse?
No, it's one of the drugs that I'm allowed to carry.
Why? I didn't think it had any use apart from horses and getting ravers high. I would actually like to be a fly on the wall, going, hey mate, let's get high. Brilliant. Yeah, my mate's a vet. What should we try? Let's try horse tranquilizer. Well, I feel brilliant. Like, what? Why would you? Yeah, user ID. I do have all of those things. It's the room really required to play Gorn 5-player. I also wish In Death had multiplayer. I would definitely play that one on stream if it did. Such a good game. So Rob's back, but not in the chat. Do I have a backyard? Yeah. I am in the UK. But the weather being good is I mean, I love summer. Summer in the UK is amazing. I love summer in the UK. All 3 days of it. Okay.
3 days of summer.
Yeah, I live up north.
You would have got less up there.
No, we get 3 days of sun, but it's just cold sun. Man, I hope you've got enough room in the trailer. It's getting very, very full.
Got 15% left.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm out.
Got 12% left.
Well, I'm out, so.
Well, I need more, damn it.
Well, go and sell what you've got. How are you doing, Schalke?
On the contract?
There are no spare vehicles. Oh, if I press left and right, do I not pop into contract vehicles then? Or is there no contract vehicles with this? I don't see any vehicles.
I'm using contract vehicles.
Yeah, but are there spare vehicles that I could come and assist you with? I can't tell.
I think no.
Oh, okay, then I won't try and help.
So, actually, right next to us is the most viable place to sell it.
Awesome.
At like 700 a ton.
But yeah, then it's pretty much just repeat that until we get a better combine harvester.
I got a brand new combine harvester.
We don't the Wurzels. We don't do that here.
Oh no, I forgot you're streaming, aren't you?
I am streaming, but that's not a problem.
Is it my awesome singing?
Yeah. No, I think you missed my point, Jay. I wasn't aware ketamine had any human-related use. I thought it was entirely to knock horses out.
And in that case, what else would it knock out?
Well, yeah, but if it can knock out a horse, it's probably quite likely to kill anything smaller than a horse, like a person.
Which is why it's fucking dangerous.
Ah.
And why it's a controlled substance. People do it for fun.
Yeah, but I assume they have quite small amounts of it. So I guess there's a point between doesn't do anything, makes me high, knocks me out, kills me. It's probably quite a small range.
So they're sitting at the side of the road, judging someone's weight, age, build, height, fat content, working out drugs content, making a concoction. Also, all whilst covering God knows what bodily fluids.
And people
Would you-
ask me
would
why
you
I'm a
like-
computer programmer.
Hey, you'd probably make more money.
Yeah, but also I don't have to deal with people very much.
This is true.
Well, this thing turns like anything. Rear wheel steering sucks though. So what now, other than just rinse and repeat? We made like.
I mean, we could make grass that's growing out of control.
Did someone make a? How did someone make a sandcastle?
Buy them, they're placeable.
Oh.
So, can we pick up the rest of these trees, get a mower and mow this grass and silage it?
Alright. Can we?
Yes, mate.
Do we need to go and buy a mower then?
I don't know. Where did Esme go?
She's in a tractor.
I'm parked nearby.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's in the tractor.
No, I see you were taking scurv.
I think it's S-curve. So what is someone whose name is a bit like Schalker is scurvy? I'm here all week. Please tip your waitress.
No, Esme is not here.
Ah. I'm assuming.
You're on the map.
Yeah, Esme just rammed Jay.
Yeah. Do I need to reconnect?
Can you just push this log onto my forks? Esme, do you want to go and get the proper logging thing? So, also someone needs to go and work out what... Huh?
Yes, mate. Never mind. Do you want that pushed on the forks,
Yes,
or
please.
have you got it?
No, push up my forks. Push up my forks, Daddy. .tumblr.com.
Fuck, did I just change vehicle?
Left and right on the D-pad changes vehicle.
I didn't touch them.
Survey says.
Oh.
Now,
I don't know what it was.
now
It
we've
might
got
have been
we've,
when I
we've,
was
Esme,
spinning
we've got
the
this one. We've got this one. Let's do this one wrong. You go and do the rest properly. Schalke, you might need to help chop up some of the trees into smaller trees. Okay. Okay, stop. Back up.
Don't forget to tip your forks backwards so shit doesn't fall.
Ah, now I need to be more central. Oh.
Or not.
No, okay. I might actually be able to do this. We'll see.
Oh, do you want them branches clipped off so they're not tipping you?
Not really. Now, those branches won't have any gravity on them. He just chainsawed it while I'm driving it around.
Yeah, what's the harm in that?
Are these front or rear wheel drive? I guess they're front wheel drive, aren't they?
That's a good question.
Because it's got big chunky tyres on the front.
It's got big chunky tyres on the back as well, hasn't it?
It's got small chunky tyres on the back. Nearly there, hold on.
This thing that I got for the contract work is pretty similar to what is in BlackQuest.
Oh, the harvest, the combine. I can't get it off my forks.
Forklifts are most commonly front-wheel drive. Front wheels drive whilst the rear wheels steer.
Yes. Jay, can you reattach this trailer before I roll it? Or just push the trailer forwards? Or oh, there you go. That actually seemed to work.
Right, I'll lift your forks up and tip it off. There you go.
Yeah. No, it's just because you rammed me. That's why. That
Yeah, 'cause
actually
you've
works surprisingly well.
Yeah, you've also got your forks tipped forward.
Yeah, I was
Back,
no,
which means-
they're forwards. No, they're forwards.
Are they?
Yeah, might not be synced. Oh, oh, oh. Oshalka, you should have said. Oh,
What, the soybeans?
oh yeah, I'm excited about soybeans. Yeah, totally. That's what it is. 2 trailers. 2 trailers. 2 trailers. It's like Ashton if they unpatched it. Shit, wrong way. Now, how do I attach multiple trailers is the next question. Not how does one do it, how do I do it? Holy shit, this thing does 15 miles an hour. This is ridiculous. No human can drive at this speed.
You just back the first one up, right, and hit the second one.
Yeah, I tried that. It all went wrong.
Although I hate those trailers. They suck. I hate the bogey. There is a mod that lets you lock the bogey, though.
That would be cool. I'm assuming it will just pop up a...
Extremely helpful.
it'll just pop up a... That's cool, you can attach it now when I get it lined up. Jay, are you watching the stream?
I'm not.
Good, please don't. Thank you.
Why?
No, I just, you know, respect maybe. How about that for a reason? Shaka, there's a whole bunch of stuff lying around outside the shop. Do you need this for your mission?
No, I think
And
I
watch the
might.
swing.
For the last mission I maybe would not have. But I did call on people.
Oh, are you combining trailers?
No.
I'm about 17% full. It's unclear whether I can do this in one go or not.
Oh my god, the bogey makes it like reverse, 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 reverse.
Yeah, and you have to steer the actual direction you want to go when you've got a bogey. And then counter steer.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
It does work.
Mm,
You just need the locked bogey mod.
right. See, when you're saying it works, all you have to do is change the game. Nothing puts me off a
that's
game
only-
quicker than when someone goes, this game's great, now install this mod, this mod, this mod, that mod, this mod. But I'm surprised that's not close enough to
Those
get...
things, I mean, it can be done. It's just an utter pain in the ass. I fucking hate those trailers.
But you can't pick up and carry the... you can't move them by hand. But someone could shove the vehicle forwards, for instance.
You were so close, like 3 times there. But if you peel up to it as an L shape, and then hard steer into it, you would hook that on no problem whatsoever.
I'm not getting the prompt, you say.
No, because you most probably got the wrong tool to connect it.
The wrong what?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, do I need to select the... What button is it?
No, it doesn't matter. The
Ah.
moment that something can be attached, it will give you the prompt.
So
Doesn't matter what you
in
have
this
selected.
room now, you need to go closer to the trailer.
I can't get any closer now. Like,
See, your A-frame on the trailer that you're trying to attach to is...
oh,
miles
no,
away
no, no, I overshot! Yes, button 2. Button 2. Hey. Right, I'm picking up your shit, Schalke.
Well done. So, that was my expert instruction.
Refill tipper.
I was really expecting a fuck off with that.
Where am I going, Mr. S?
Looks like field 18.
Sorry,
Get to me on field 18 first.
failed 18. On my way. I've got some fertilizer.
Field 18 is next to us, DJ. Why are you going that way?
No.
This is a simple harvesting thing. I did like have a mission where I had to fertilize something, and then the smallest batches of fertilizer was more than the reward for the mission.
I'm sitting here nagging and moaning at you. I'm neglecting my own duties. Oh, they're not branches. I need to chop the shit off of. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to stand here and watch Shulker. Unless you want me to cut all these trees down.
You wanted to do lawn mowing for some reason. What does that go on to? Is that the trailer, the tractor? Again, because that tractor's now getting quite a workout.
Right. Lawnmower would go onto the tractor.
Okay. So can you take your take whatever it is we have to sell, and can we prep that field again? And then we will work out, how much is a lawnmower. Check out what I'm doing, by the way.
A lawnmower is.
But I've also got a lot of fertilizer. Do I not need to do anything with that?
So, do you want the bigger lawnmower?
I don't do anything with the fertilizer.
Why did someone just
put it down?
Did someone just? Well, I don't know how. What, just put the fertilizer where? Just draw it.
I don't know how it works.
Do we have to fertilize? Is that part of this? We have to fertilize this?
No, it's not.
Well, stick your pipe out.
Yeah. Don't tell him that, he'll get excited. So the basic, the mower that we want is about 19,000.
Is that the best mower?
It's so the way that it works is the front mower, the pottinger, goes on the front of the mower. Then you can then put the loading trailer on the back of the tractor, and you can mow and pick it up at the same time instead of doing it twice.
Okay.
Later on, when you get the 3-watt mower, you can do all three at the same time.
Sorry, there's a brick wall at the end of this one.
But I think Esme might want to look into that because my brain's not working properly.
How full are you, Shauka?
It's what you think
21.
mine is.
Okay.
But I'm sure between us we can come up with an answer.
So, I've got a whole trailer full of fertilizer. Was that not for this quest then?
No, it's not part of this quest.
Oh, why was it there? Why were there 2 trailers
It was
there?
leftover from previous mission.
Oh, whoops. How do I empty the trailer of that then?
Well, I would suggest that you just bring it over towards here, so we can load it up whenever we want it back. Just find a out of the way spot on our land.
Okay, I'll drive over. Let me do that. Let me drive over to our land and see what I can do, because Shaq will take a little while to fill up again.
We really need a concrete pad that we can put shit onto somewhere on our land.
Put it anywhere.
Where the grass doesn't grow and we can see what the fuck we're doing. Is what I mean.
Come on. How do I take it out then? I can tip side. Is that what I do?
Yep.
Is
that key combination is just going to change the side that tips.
Ah, so unload here.
That's the right one.
No.
Unload it in the middle of nowhere.
Great.
Oh, you want to make sure you do the
Thanks.
correct trailer.
Thanks. How do we do that? How do we undo that?
With what we've got.
On the bright side, I've worked out.
I guess we can buy a shovel.
That is a point.
Right, there's the fertilizer. So Shaka,
loading way.
oh, maybe the Shaka can't drive over it then.
you want to try and pick that up with a loading wagon, Esme?
The loading wagon will only grab hay, grass, chaff, straw, and silage.
Okay, quite importantly, two things. First of all, Shaka, is this quest giving us both of these trailers? Both these for the quest you're on? That's question A.
We have to deliver soybeans.
Right. I'll ask again, were both of these trailers for the quest you're on? Or are they lying around and we bought them? Yes, okay.
Not a bit
Cool.
unsure, but yes.
Question 2, do we have to sell all the soybeans, or is just harvesting them good enough? I ask because I've accidentally dumped all the soybeans all over the floor up there.
We do have to sell like 80% of them.
Okay, we might be in trouble then.
I'll go get a shovel.
Stick your nozzle out, Shaka, so I can maneuver.
How long?
There's no reason.
Be on the wrong side.
There's no reason not to have your nozzle out, because I remember I can just drive past and just grab a whole bunch of it. I just do a drive-by offloading.
My amazing farming skills would not be apparent then.
I'm not sure that's got to do with your nozzle. What are you doing?
Trying to maneuver here.
I see you doing the holdo maneuver. Now, left trigger. Okay, let's close the cover on that one. There we go. Now you can't put it in my wrong one.
And now my storage is empty.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't have to be there all the time. It's very easy to empty your storage. Wait, entirely empty? Yeah, but now I can just keep you as empty as possible. Should I just leave this parked somewhere? Ismay, are you back with a shovel yet?
I'm almost to the store. Give me a moment.
Okay.
I know exactly what shovel to buy, so that shouldn't take long.
Are you getting a robo shovel? Okay, I will come.
Yeah,
What
something like
difference
that.
is this shovel? It's gonna take like a lot of time to shovel it.
Well, it depends
Maybe
how.
for you.
Yeah, noob. Jay, you gonna sell that wood? I don't know where you are right now.
I'm picking other wood up to put in the trailer.
Okie dokie. I'm just gonna park here. So hopefully that's as easy as possible. And I'm just gonna go and grab some more drink. Back in a moment. Do like this game. Do like it's very relaxing, and you know. One of the good things about this game is it is, I say, easy enough, simple enough, straightforward enough that I can actually think about other things while I'm doing it. So I linked a video earlier asking, is this any good? And so I didn't like it. That's the... Oh! When you said a shovel, you didn't mean a bucket. I mean, I thought you meant a shovel. That's not a shovel, that's a scoop. I thought you meant a manual shovel. Like, you know, carry it around by hand. Like a spade. Did you think Esmir meant a spade. You know, a hand shovel, should
I
we
was
say?
thinking about spade.
No, this is a whacking great bucket on the front of a loader.
1,600 liters. Sorry, 1,600 liters.
That's why I was worried, because simulating spades would probably involve long time scales.
Yeah, so I linked a video earlier asking how about like this, and Si didn't like it, which is fine. It crossed my mind I can do outline stuff as well. So I was going to try Fresnel term, which means you only see stuff at sharp edges. But I might also try just outlining. So you'll just see the very, very outline of it. That could be quite cool. But maybe like the full vehicle, but then with all the suspension in an outline. But I'm basically looking at ways. So we're still considering kickstarting a game, and I need a way of showing it nicely. I'll move out the way for the last bit, Esmir, once you've got it. I have to give them full marks for the. This has pretty much got everything. Like, I don't know of any particular farming thing this doesn't have. There's a bit more just in front of you, so you pick it up and then reverse. I'll drive in front of you.
Note to self: don't let Adam on no trailers.
I forgot that there was a button for it, which is button 21. Is switch what you're doing. A bit concerned about this.
Just you'll be fine.
Give it the beans.
Although you should probably close the cover.
Nah, I'm assuming if I tip it, it's gone, regardless if the cover's closed.
I've had a trailer with the cover closed do some incredible, interesting physics.
Acrobatics.
Yes, acrobatics. There we go. And it didn't spill a drop, but if the cover's open, it spills it.
Gotcha.
Oh god, my shoulder's killing me again.
That's exactly 50% done, Shauka. Where does it go?
Branch.
Okay.
50%.
Like, it's exactly 50%. It's 50% of one of the trailers. That's all that I've got. Like, we didn't need...
I got the whole field, so it took me complete.
Yeah, but my point is, we didn't need two trailers. In fact, we only needed half of one of the trailers.
Oh yeah.
That's why soybeans sell so much per 1,000 liters. It's because you harvest a giant field and you hardly get any.
But why did the quest give us two?
I don't know. Don't look in gift horse in the mouth.
Yes, but... Okay, it's not a gift horse, is it? Because we have to give it back. It's more like a lending horse.
But we don't like get any benefit from using only part of the.
So what it might be is so that you can have multiple people driving tractors. If we own a tractor and they've got a tractor, having two trailers so that you can take a load whilst.
Yeah, but that doesn't work in this quest, because this quest we only half filled one of the trailers.
It was probably gearing it for any other type of crop.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, that's the worst harvester too.
What is the most voluminous crop then? Good word. Try and use it more.
Fucking corn.
Fucking corn. Okay.
Yeah, fuck corn.
And, oh my god.
And potatoes.
A lot of plants too.
Potatoes aren't
have
nearly as bad.
sexual
Sugar beets are pretty bad. Sorry, I talked over you. What was that?
Plants do have sexual reproduction, so they are like fucking all the time.
This is true.
And like when people have like pollen allergies, that's like trees like spewing their seed all over, and people like having a bad
So-
reaction. And
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah. Thank you for that.
User ID.
Yeah, I can't stand tree sperm.
User ID. I get that in concept, but I would have thought it wouldn't then just spawn literally quadruple the storage. You mean sometimes it might just spawn 10 trailers or 30? Okay, cruise control enabled. Can't remember what the change camera button is, so I'll press C.
Change camera mode is right thumbstick down.
Ah, yeah, of course it is. I can see Shark in my rearview mirror. I've got to give this game credit for at least one thing. It's fairly easy to drive along and stay in your lane. And it's surprising how many driving games, like try driving along at a normal speed, 50 miles an hour, and stick in your lane. And you find it very, very difficult to do. Whereas this game works.
That's a point. Have you played the Crew 2 yet?
Well, I don't own it, so no. I'll stuck it on my wish list, though. Because that's got motion platform support. It's just... I still don't get, and no one has explained to me how I will fly a plane on my steering wheel.
I've not actually tried it yet, so I can't answer that question. I would imagine you use your thumbsticks.
I don't have thumbsticks. This joystick,
You've got
the farming controller has got thumbsticks. That's very unusual.
Well, you clearly use the D-pad.
To fly, which part of the plane?
I don't know.
So, have you got D-pad on your steering wheel?
I got a D-pad, yeah. Yeah, we do. A D-pad on the left, isn't there?
Oh, D-pad.
D-pad.
For some reason, I was thinking thumbstick when he said that.
But the farming controller's got two thumbsticks, which is nice. 2 thumbsticks and 2 D-pads, essentially, which is actually a very nice set of controls.
So I would imagine your steering wheel left to right changes not your direction but your yaw,
Yeah.
and your D-pad I would assume changes your steering direction. And brake and throttle would be your accelerator and brake.
So you expect me on a D-pad to bank and roll? Sorry, pitch and roll.
Quite easily.
No.
I'm sure
No.
it would be done if you tried.
No.
I'm really tempted to give it a try, but
I would hope that
I've been in a pinch. I've done some weird shit like that before.
I mean, I would hope that brake and accelerate would be rudder left, rudder right, because that makes a lot more sense.
So I don't know. I've got a completely different wheel, and I haven't tried it with this wheel yet.
RT plus R, I'm going to be forwards a bit. Oh,
aren't soybeans like a protein source for vegan diets?
yes.
Japanese.
A lot of things are.
Also.
Like eggs. No, not eggs. It's not bringing up the prompt anymore. Oh, shit.
Break it.
No.
For some reason, I have some
Yeah,
association that if it's not
unhitched it.
meat, it has a very high chance of being a soybean.
Have I? It's not bringing up the prompt anymore, and I don't know why. Oh, they got the wrong one
You've
selected.
got the wrong tool selected.
Yeah, RT plus 4. Ah, that's awesome. Why are you following me? I feel stalked. Was it in case it went wrong? Fuck you.
You were going up that hill from the railroad tracks, and I was just got me a little nervous.
With no problems. Okay, so next step. Have we bought a lawnmower?
Yeah, no.
Okay, Shaka, you can hand that quest in now. Shall I take the wood to the wood factory, which is just up the hill, yeah?
Got 3 more logs to put on. If you would like to come and grab one.
So Esme, physics. So Esme, do you want to grab a lawnmower then?
Suppose I could.
And I will give that a bash. And then see, the problem is our tractor's getting a little... So now we could do with ploughing our field again. And that needs the tractor.
Getting in a little high of demand.
Yeah. Though our limit's still the plough, the harvester. Like the harvest, the tractor can... Oh dear, Jay, that was not good. Shall I just go and hand this in? Because it's just up the hill. It's not very far. Because you've just knocked more out than you put in on that last one. Oh,
If you hold on a second, I can put this one back in.
I only have... I've got the option for close cover, but not tie down.
Because you're in the wrong tool.
No, not. I'm in the tractor.
No, what?
I'm in the car, sorry. Now I'm in the trailer. I've got detached.
Yeah, no, that thing doesn't.
Then you need to switch tool button 21
Yeah.
and press.
Jay,
Oh,
Jay,
fuck.
no, it's not got the option for whatever reason. It's overloaded. Doesn't. I don't know, but it doesn't have the option.
Try detaching the trailer first, and then.
That's a good plan, Jesby. I like it.
Or.
Yeah. SBA's correct. No, stop talking. You were already correct. Don't ruin your perfection. Yeah, I had to detach and then do the belts because I don't know why.
No, I just put the belts on by pressing out.
No, the belts button popped up, so I pressed it. But I had to detach the trailer before the prompt came up.
I want to see how many logs you lose.
One.
There's one. There's two.
Just one so far.
Was the one that just fell off by Esme, or was that Esme?
I love it, the logs are just vaguely in it.
So who was it that let all the logs roll down the bottom of the hill?
Who let the logs out?
Woof, woof. No, it should be Bark, shouldn't it?
I see what you did there. Okay, now can someone come and sell all these logs? Because I can't remember how to get out of the vehicle and navigate and...
E.
Such a pain in the ass.
Yes, you are.
No, just pop up a dialogue like SnowRunner. The problem is every time it says pop up a button, I have to look down at the steering wheel, wait for my eyes to adjust from the bright to the dark, and then press it. And I'm never going to remember that 3 is on the left on this particular steering wheel. What games need is they need the option to say, what would you like? Would you like to see the Wii, the Nintendo, Sony, or PlayStation button layout? No matter what's on your actual joystick. If it says X square triangle circle, I know exactly which button it means, no matter what's written on my actual one.
And not standard?
Well, no, there isn't a standard. Where's X on? X is on a different place on every.
When you're writing a game, is there a standard like X, Y, and Z, or?
Well, it doesn't matter. The point is that this joystick has 3 on the left, but this joystick has 3 on the left. It says press 3. I need to look down, wait for my eyes to adjust, and go, aha, 3's on the left. That's not very helpful because I don't know where 3 is automatically, so that's not any use.
It could also have like sneaky ways to detect what scheme you are using. Like the confirm button is different from the layouts.
No,
So
because
you could have the player like confirm and use that to use what scheme is being used.
sort of. So hang on, maybe I'm not being clear. So my steering wheel is a PlayStation wheel. And I know that square is on the left, and that's cool. And some games will detect that and go, square is on the left, it's all good. That's fine, no problems. The problem is, on this joystick, this is not a PlayStation joystick. This is a farming simulator one. So I don't know where button 2 is. Button 2 is at the bottom. That's X. My point was, I wish I could say to it, just use a PlayStation layout. Like, show me the PlayStation buttons, regardless of what actual buttons it wants me to press. So then I know where those PlayStation buttons are. Right, so we have a tractor now that needs to do way too much stuff. I'm guessing we can't buy another tractor for 40 grand, can we? Well, that's going to be just our lawnmower. Have we got the lawnmower yet? That's our shovel.
Are those general enough that Sony doesn't have like an intellectual property rights?
Oh, they absolutely.
Would that be a problem?
You can't sell hardware with those buttons on there, and people don't try. Like, I have joypads. It doesn't have a square. It has 2 square brackets with a line down the middle and a break, even though it's the most basic set of shapes. But a game could refer to those buttons, no problem.
The software would not run into trouble if they use those symbols.
Well, no, because I'm not selling a piece of hardware with PlayStation's copyright on. I'm just selling something that happens to refer to those symbols.
But don't Google like fight using Google as a verb, so it doesn't dilute their trademark.
That's trademark. This is a patent. Or copyright, rather. So no. Generic trademarks nothing to do with this.
I can see a similar problem if that kind of use would be.
Well, no, because this is fundamentally and literally a set of symbols. It's not going to become generic that X is the bottom one, and if it does, thank fuck for that. Remember, there is an X on the PlayStation and the Wii and the Xbox. The difference is, on the PlayStation, it's a cross, not an X. According to PlayStation, they don't call it an X, they call it a cross. Whereas the other ones are letters, so you can't actually get away with shouting at them for that. Yeah, I think we should do the lawnmower thing, by the way, because logs is going to take a while. And we are now bottlenecked on that tractor.
Yeah, my shoulder's killing me. I'm gonna
Okay.
have to step out.
We were picking up trees.
No, we're not picking up trees. We want to mow the lawns and do silage. But you've got the only machine, so I can't. Okay, does the lawnmower attach to the arms then? To the
No, you'd have to detach that front loader thing.
So it does attach the arms. Or can I not have something attached on the bottom and the top?
You'd have to the whole arm assembly thing. You'd have to detach that.
I can't. Detaching.
I'm
Yeah.
wondering what would have happened if I was under that.
You'll probably just bounce out the way.
If you change your tool selection.
No, I can't.
Do you have to lower it?
Try. Maybe. That's what someone in chat just said. It's a bit difficult. You can play this on a joypad quite happily. If that will not set your shoulder off so much. I'm assuming you're on your steering wheel.
Yeah, I'm on my steering wheel.
Yeah, if I put it all the way down, I'm allowed to detach it. Gotta go get me a lawnmower. How much is a concrete slab, out of curiosity? Also, what lawnmower am I getting, and do I have enough money to pay for it?
Mowers, the Pottinger Nova Cat.
The Pottinger Nova Cat. Again, what's with the overly cool names? It's a lawnmower.
It's red and it's got yellow skirts.
Same way I like my women. Let's get out of vehicle. 2, 3, 4, 4. Open the shop menu. So, is this a tool or a barn or a box?
It's a trailer.
Okay, really? All right. Is it a header? Mowers.
It's under mowers.
Okay. Oh, is it the Pottinger Novacat X8 AD?
No, it's the 301 ED.
The X8 looks way better.
The
Way.
X8 goes on the rear of the tractor.
Oh. But, and I wish to argue this point, the one you're suggesting is 3.1 meters wide, and this one is 8.4 meters wide. It is just short of triple the width.
Right, but the point that Jay was making was if we get the front attachment first, we can then pull the loader thing behind the tractor, and as you mow it, you're picking up the grass.
Oh, user ID has pointed out that although the rear mower has a much wider thing, it has a gap in the middle, so you need to flip front and rear. That
is correct.
Okay, well then, damn it. User ID, why are you watching us? You know so much more about this game than us. This is not just a horror watching us do this. I'm so glad I've got this equipment controller. Like, aiming stuff up and down is just awesome. So, again, am I allowed to mow anywhere, or do I have to specifically only mow?
Only where we can, or only where you own. Only where land that we own.
So I asked user why he's watching, and he says that we're brilliantly funny and entertaining. He finds it massively fascinating. Oh, no, wait. No, he didn't. Fuck you. He said, oh, it passes the time. Thanks. It's more it's more entertaining than watching The Wall. Whee! Got some.
The Wall is actually a pretty good video.
The what, sorry?
The Wall is actually...
The Wall?
Like,
Oh, the Pink Floyd one.
yeah. Adam, I'm surprised you didn't get that reference.
Yeah, I'm not a hippie. I like
Pink
it.
Floyd isn't a hip.
Yeah, okay, keep telling yourself that. I need as Hawkwind, right?
It's only hippie if you're smoking grass and going to a laser light show.
Okay, Jay, can you do me a favour? Can you look at me?
Where are you?
Okay, yeah. Can you just walk forwards? Just walk forwards. No, take a right. Okay, stop. Is the lawnmower on?
Yes.
Awesome. No,
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 you
no. Go
just
back.
need to-
No, go back to where you were. Go back to where you were.
No, you just need to press 4.
Turn the big. Oh, why? What's 4 do?
Turn it on and lower it.
Oh, okay.
Have you got the forage wagon turned on and loaded?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Okay,
see the
no,
forage wagon is
yeah.
on.
But hold on. Go back to where you. Go back to.
You now need to press
Yeah?
21 and 4.
But the forage wagon is on.
Yes, you need to press 21 and 4. You've got the lawnmower turned on.
Right, but I had the lawnmower. Now you maybe switch to it. Yeah, 4 is turning off and on, but not lowering it. Okay, now go back.
Yeah.
Okay, now no.
Uh,
Okay, stay there.
20, the
I'm disappointed.
Your forage wagon is not turned on, sir.
it was turned on.
it
It's
is-
not lowered.
LC plus 1. Why can I have it turned off?
So to lower it, that would be the right green key, number 20.
Yeah, why is it different numbers? Why is it not just one button? Anyway, it's all good.
Because it's a different machine.
No. Why is it not one button? Why do I have to lower it and turn it on? But it's the other green button. Like, green button.
Because it's not a harvester.
Do you mean orange?
Button number 20.
All right, so it's button 20 and button 4 for lower and turn on. Brilliant.
That's correct.
Not the pair of green buttons. I would suggest, by the way, that unfortunately, we probably need to have a contract going, just because we don't have it. We need to get another tractor.
Well, hurry up and take a contract then, and we'll do
Well,
it.
yeah, but you're all farm managers.
It doesn't mean we know what you want doing.
I don't know. Whatever will make the most money in the next 10 minutes.
Not a lot.
Well, okay, then it's like maybe half an hour, because it's coming up to midnight.
It is 10 to midnight.
Yes, hence 10 minutes. Should we unlock, like, flying lawnmowers and stuff later on? Like flymos, but like drone flymos?
That would be nice.
And just to be clear, I cannot do drive-by mowings of other people's areas. That disappoints me. Like, in the night, you can just drive around and just mow other people's shit without telling them.
They stopped that.
There is a mod for that.
Is it called...
Used to be in.
Is the mod called Grand Theft Farm Sim?
You used to be able to harvest all of the grass and dump it into a silage at the bio plant.
User ID, I need more than 10 minutes for that, man.
Yeah. Well, hurry up.
But yeah, feel free, just grab a contract and we'll do that one.
Okay, I'm just picking up the logs off the road so we don't lose them or spread them any further or fucking...
You're putting the... You may have noticed I'm not doing dad stripes.
Why not?
I'm sorry, what are those?
You know, but you go up and down and up and down and up and down when you're lawn mowing. I'm doing more like pisshead stripes. Actually, is that true, user ID? Is prostitution illegal in more places than it's legal? I don't know. I know it's legal in Australia, because for reasons I won't go into, I was looking at some escort websites on Australia for a friend, genuinely true. But as I said before, they had a buy one get one free offer and 3 for 2 offers, which I'm just like, that's just hilarious.
For prostitution?
Yeah, well, for escorts, as they are called over there. They don't call them prostitutes. There's a mean word. But yeah, literally buy one, get one free and 3 for 2 offers. And I just laugh so much. So where do I take this when it's full? The biogas plant?
To the barn.
To the barn. Oh, that's closest, yeah.
Yeah, it's right next door. It's where we've been taking the trees.
Yeah, I know where the barn... Yeah, I know where that is. I've got a map, I just didn't know where to take it. I can't believe all the money this game's made, they don't even have a slightly decent walk animation. In the UK, it's vague. You can hire an escort. It's perfectly fine. They cannot charge you for sex, but what you do with the time is up to you, if that makes sense. So, essentially, you're paying someone for their time, and that's fine. I could pay you for your time. And then what you do during that time is not part of the contract, so therefore it's legal. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, just legalise it. Like, obviously, I could pay Jay to come round my house for 20 minutes, you know. Here's £500, come around for 2 minutes. Perfectly legal. Like, you couldn't make that illegal. Shauka, can you just sell this stuff for me, please? Still there?
What was I doing with it?
Nope.
Dump all these logs in the road.
No one's. That's just what happened. Did that not work, Shauka?
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I sold some wood.
If I must remind you. Sorry.
I have to do it in the other one, I guess.
Nope, that's not
The
wood.
trees were down. Sorry.
I'd like to point out, Jay, I just reversed the trailer. Fuck you. Your usefulness is coming to an end. Like, more specifically, I aimed the trailer at something and managed it. Pretty much, first time.
That doesn't mean I'm not going to take you do that.
That's not quite true. To do pornography, you do need a license. You can't just say I'm filming it. That's fine. If it's for profit pornography, I don't know about private pornography. Can you hire a prostitute and do private pornography, and that gets around the laws? I don't know. I anal.
No.
I am not a lawyer. I am not a lawyer.
I thought that the problem was that with contracts, the judge could like compel execution of it, and for certain kinds of contracts that would get dicey, or it would not be okay to enforce such a contract.
Well, yeah, but if I were to hire a lady to have sex with me on a camera, I absolutely have a contract where she has to have sex with me on a camera. Like, there's no difference. But that is accepted literally everywhere, whereas prostitution is only accepted in certain places. But there's no difference between the two things. There's literally exactly the same thing. The only difference is one of them has a camera involved.
I would guess that there's like more objective criteria on whether the picture is executed or not.
Adam, this is an absolutely brilliant job of mowing that you've done here, old boy.
Did I mow stuff? Did I not? Did I dump off 100% barn? Mow in your face! Rah! Mostly I was just trying to find the edge of our land as well. So we should have parked all our tools on their land, not ours, really. But yeah, pretty much, Alka, it's that simple. I cannot pay a woman to have sex with me in many places. In almost all places, I can pay a woman to star in a pornographic film. And I don't know of any states, for example, where that is not allowed. It's a huge industry. It would be a very silly industry to ban. But the weird thing is, you're not going to stop prostitution by banning it. You're much better off legalizing it, taxing it, and regulating it. As the US government has discovered with marijuana, it's like, holy shit, this is lucrative.
Is it Denmark or Holland where prostitution is legal?
Holland, no, it's sort of under certain rules and certain circumstances, not just anywhere.
Top Gear I watched, like he was on one side of the border you can do this, and on this side of the border you can do.
Oh yeah, well that's same thing in most countries. For instance, in England, it's perfectly fine and valid to kill a Frenchman. They deserve it. Go to France, it's just illegal. What the fuck? Now, where's the sense in that? It should be legal everywhere.
I enjoyed that one.
I can kill Frenchmen.
Only in England. And only under certain circumstances.
If I see the Frenchies on the beach, I can shoot them.
User ID. It's a single county in NV where what is legal? Sorry, Shalka, you can say something?
In Nevada.
Yeah, but what?
Finnish people have had with alcohol.
Prostitution.
He might have meant
There has
pornography.
been prohibition.
Go on, we got you, Shaka. Go on.
Nowadays it's a monopoly by state, so in a way everyone is entitled to have moderate spiced alcohol. That works very well for moderation. In somewhere else, and gambling is the same thing.
You've confused me. Say that again. Like the strength of your alcohol is limited by your government, or only the government alcohol. Or...
Only government has the rights to distribute or sell strong alcohols.
But also
That
all
like
your
a whole section of government. I guess it's like a public company.
So like all your vodka is made by the government, for example.
Yeah, I think.
So I couldn't start up a company selling vodka in Finland. Like that was.
Yeah,
what-
and that has some problems with the free market principles with the European Union.
Well, yeah, but hold on. But in like for example, rum. I've got in my house. I happen to know I've got coffee rum, coconut rum, pineapple rum. So if I were to invent a new flavour of rum, I couldn't sell it in Finland. I'd have to get the government to agree to start making this new flavour of rum.
Yeah, but like beers and the light ones they are doable by the grocery stores.
Yeah, but that's beer. I'm talking about proper alcohol
Yeah.
or rum.
Wait, do they sell? Do they make it themselves, or sell a rebranding, or do they sell it through their own store?
I'm sorry, so I've got unlicensed alcohol. Well, I guess that actually is not a silly phrase to use, is it?
So there's a state in the U.S., Utah, where they can only sell beer is like the strongest that can be sold by any non-state run store. So like if you go to a grocery store or wherever to buy alcohol, the only thing you can get is beer. But if you want to buy anything of a different type, you have to go to a state-run liquor store.
So they run the shops, but they don't decide what's in the shops.
Exactly.
Adam, would
Yes.
you like to go into the
Shops are by
and get rid of these fucking
company.
bushes?
Sorry, Shaggy, you just started talking all over Jay. Would I like to do what? Where?
Is it worth going in and getting rid of these fucking bushes that are in the way, hiding everything?
I'm all right with the bushes. I'm just sort of just slamming the mower over everything. I mean, my main problem is there is a combine harvester parked here that no one moved. That's much.
No, that's fine. Just
It's not
get out of
fine.
the way. Winching, yeah. I mean, who parked it here anyway?
Could be anyone. Did you get his face? I didn't see his face.
I think we all look the same, don't we?
Speak for yourself. I
I
am
mean,
fabulous.
If you say so, darling.
I do say so.
Who was that Edna in
That was awesome, Esmia.
Did somebody just take off?
No, Esmia just did a handbrake turn with a trailer, and it was just perfect 180 slide.
Nice.
I love this concept. I'm just driving around, get all the grass, and it just goes. It's like an RPG where you're like, "Hello, I'd like to sell you all these wolf livers I've been collecting." It's like, yeah, I'd like to sell you this grass. Here you go, a big ton of grass. They're like, brilliant, love grass.
Who doesn't?
Maybe we can have a
Dogs.
side income of rupees from the grass.
Of what from the grass?
Rupees?
Robbies.
That's how you make? Or is it about the battery?
What's a Robbie?
What?
From the Zeldas and the Links.
From the
I
what?
thought that's what you were referencing. The rupees from Zelda.
The what?
You have to slice the grass.
I've literally never played Zelda because it's shit. So
The monetary currency in the game is called rupees.
I like India, a bit racist, but okay.
Yes, exactly like India.
Oasis.
Spelled the same and everything.
Oh no.
Final Fantasy has skill and such, but for Zelda is rupees, yeah.
Yeah, no, yes, I now you've said it, now I get the reference retrospectively. Why does it say start overloading? What does that mean? Does it mean unloading?
Yes, it means just dumping it over the side.
Oh,
Why
what?
do you think Zeldas are bad?
The new one was alright. Nothing special. It's only special because it's Zelda. It's like 1,000 other open world games. You're like, yeah, okay, I go around, I do quests and blah, 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 blah. I played the N64 one, and it was a steaming pile of shite. So it was awful. It was just fucking awful.
There have been multiple ones.
The
Did you play the better one?
the
or the
one
worst
that just wouldn't shut the fuck up about a boy without a fairy, and then I just said, "Oh, screw this, I'm not playing it." Whichever one that is. Which one's that? That one.
Doesn't
Fuck if
sound
I
really
know.
different yet, but
I
That
played the
always was
first
a lot
one on
better
the
than
NES, and that's it.
I'm disappointed that did not work.
No, I have no problem with you liking it. I know that many people do like it. At the time, I was playing, God, Quake and things. And I looked at this game in the N64 and went, no. Like, just things like, for example, the way you had to look at the signs to be displayed the text. And you're like, oh yeah, that's... And then the game came out on the Wii, 2 generations newer, and you had to do the same thing. And I'm like, oh, that's how it works in Zelda games. And like, they didn't make you go into a separate screen to read a sign because they wanted to. You had to do it because it was a technical limitation. But they then kept that around for future games. And I'm just like, I've no time for this sort of wankery. But Nintendo are awful at learning from other so quite often the Western manufacturers, they will innovate in the platforming space, and Nintendo goes, yeah, fuck that. No, we're still having lives and no checkpoints. It's like, oh god, no.
Have you ever
how do you do localized text in World then?
Have you ever
you
tried
render it.
streaming or release a Nintendo game on YouTube?
Yeah, they don't allow you to.
No, it just instantly gets fucking removed by YouTube.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to. Because it's not yours.
This wankery, is it possible to hire one?
You can hire a wankery.
No, I don't know. Just
Well, as we explained,
great place to go.
Max, you can hire a person to spend time with you, and what happens during that time is between you and that person.
Yeah, like an escort.
Like an escort, or a big burly bloke from a biker bar, But what you do is up to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So,
Where have you been for the last half hour?
that's just what we've been talking about.
No.
Oh.
I just wanted to make it that. I'm now gaining 1.82 million tick income research per tick.
Awesome. Factory idle.
Factory idle.
Oh,
It's very good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of.
Sometimes when you play it down, and you're like, oh, I've got to optimize it. What's optimized? I'm like, now I've got to do another one. I'm like, no.
the other one that you linked, DJ. There was 2. There was Factory and...
Wait. Hold on. Sorry. Copyright law lets you own the video of your game you played. No. That is a false statement. I have 0 legal rights to stream a video game. None. The only reason I can stream it is the video game manufacturers generally are happy for you to do so. Nintendo or not. I have no rights to stream it. That is not true. I have no rights to stream it unless I'm given those rights explicitly. You might as well just say, let me phrase what you said. Copyright law lets you own the video of any film that you watch. That's what you just said. That's exactly the same level of no, it's not. But Nintendo, I don't really know what... Well, I do, because there are a bunch of games out there that are as fun to watch as they are to play. So Nintendo don't want you doing that. But it's weird, like, it means that, here is where the secret rupee machine is in Zelda videos become very hard. Because people keep expecting Nintendo to back down on this, but they absolutely haven't.
I'm super annoyed by those kinds of games that can be enjoyed via video format.
Well, no.
Extended cutscene.
But like Amputee is about as fun to watch as it is to play. No, user ID. What you have stated is that is not true. You do not have the right to stream video of a computer game you didn't write. No ifs, no buts. You do not have that right. It is not a legal enshrined right.
So, from my understanding, when you purchase a game, you're not actually purchasing the game.
No.
You're purchasing a license to use that game.
Yes.
In accordance with those terms and conditions.
It's kind of like a lease.
Yeah. The only way you'll own the software is if you purchase the software, which means you own the source code. But that's
You own a copy of the compiled binaries at the end of the working whatever they call it, development lifecycle.
Yeah. It's the same thing with any piece of software. It's not just games. Every piece of software, you do not own the software. You own a license to run software. Well, I mean, there are some cases where you do own the software, but they're very, very, very far and few between. Like if you paid someone to write you a piece of software, for example.
Same as movies and comics. I mean, the Mark Crilley comics that I've got specifically state on them, you cannot reproduce the artwork contained in this comic in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. So, user ID, let me paraphrase what you said again. It is, you are allowed to, copyright law lets you own the video of a film you played because it is down to the actions, like the order that I press in. So I press pause twice on a cutscene, on a particular piece of the film, I'm allowed to. Absolutely not. It's just not a thing. I don't know where you've got that from, but definitely not a real law. Sadly. But yeah, Nintendo, the only company that have ever enforced it, and they continue to enforce it, and seem to be doing quite well from it, all things considered.
PlayStation are well known for actively supporting good streamers and sending them consoles and games.
Yeah, and
to
Microsoft.
Stream. Yeah, if their content is of a particular standard, they will support them completely. I mean, the Red Brag's been getting games now for about 5 years for free from Sony. He is 100% sponsored by Sony, as well as getting YouTube money and God knows what else.
Yeah, for games it makes sense to be like generous with it, but it's the program owner to set the limits of the license.
Well, I mean, as a rule, no one cares if you stream the game. Usually, generally speaking, people are very, very happy for you to, except Nintendo own IP, where they're not.
Here's maybe this will work as an analogy for person that's struggling with this. Maybe I'm completely off my head, I don't know. Think of it like coming around someone's house. You can use the facilities, but you aren't paying the bills.
Yeah. But it's just not a thing.
Or another way, you haven't paid the mortgage. You're not paying the mortgage, but you get to use the house.
Yeah, I mean, user ID. What he's doing, he's just repeating, basically, old wives' tales. It's just not true. That's maybe something you've heard. It's just not true. It's like in the UK, format shifting laws are quite complex, but you're quite limited in what you can actually do.
I mean, maybe the possibility of you own your content on your stream if the content you put out is 100% original, or is purely your own sort of
this is
recording, so it doesn't have any copyright content in it.
Now the thing is,
so then would that apply then?
Under fair
so you're not playing a game or anything.
Under fair use, it's a little bit more complex. No, you see, user ID again. You're simplifying an extremely complicated system. The general rule of thumb is you are allowed to use other people's copyrighted content as long as it is for critique or review, something like that. But that does not mean just sitting down and streaming the whole thing. That means short edited clips. So if you were to do short edited clips of Zelda, you could probably get away with it. I could do a video review of Zelda. Nintendo would struggle to take that one down. I mean, they might try, but then you get into turn on my. You get into what's it called? Not demarcation. What's it called? When you're arguing whether or not you're allowed to do it. You guys.
If somebody only sent out to the internet the inputs they were having and playing the game, that would probably be the player's sole ownership.
Well, yeah, but that's not
entertaining.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah.
Many years ago, when DJ released FCE, I believe there was a company going around. I don't know whether it was associated with DJ or what, that was claiming copyright on people's game videos because he had.
That's not what happened. Aryan, the musician, he registered the music because he released the album with a company. They weren't copyright strikes, they were content matches, which meant it's fine. All that it means is it will put at the bottom of your video, this music is by, you have played Fortresscraft credits music. That's all it meant. The problem was that people panicked and would delete the videos thinking they were going to get a copyright strike. And I'm like, it's fine. Exactly. You're allowed to do that. That is absolutely okay. But yeah, that was a problem. But yeah, user ID, you are correct. You can do what is called transitive works. You can use other people's content for critique and review. You can't just sit there. Transformative works. Transformative. So this is where it gets really vague. So parodies, for example, and remixes, sort of, but not samples. And this is why I'm saying it gets very complicated. But as a general rule of thumb, under DMCA, if they say no, you ain't got a leg to stand on.
One of the things that I did come across when I had quite a few videos on my channel was I couldn't sit there and play a game without saying anything. There had to be a running commentary or input on the game, even if it was just like us sitting here having a conversation.
No, you're allowed to. You're allowed to stream pure gameplay. That's they can't tell.
No, read the terms and conditions of YouTube.
They can't tell.
You cannot. If it gets reported, they can take it down. If you haven't got a commentary or
if it gets reported by who?
A viewer.
If it gets reported by the copyright owner with the DMCA, sure, because you're running into the... Again, this stream is technically a review. It is critiquing commentary on the game, in theory. But in practice, that's not true. In practice, that won't happen unless someone is maliciously taking stuff down. But in that case, they're the one that's going to get banned from YouTube, not you.
Well, no, I had a couple of videos taken down by... what was the name of that? It wasn't Minecraft, it was one of the Minecraft mods.
By the owner?
By the owner. He didn't want videos put up unless it was a commentary or... Like, if it was a bad review, he'd go against it and have it taken down.
Yeah, there have been a number of... The thing is, I have thought before, because...
It's just a complete use of the reporting system.
Yeah. At what point...
I think they
At what point does a negative review become libelous? And I'm quite surprised that Jimquisition hasn't run right into this. It's very, very well to say, I don't think this is very good. But if I went, the new Terminator film is complete shit and all the people who wrote it are arseholes, I'd expect a letter in the post from Universal going, we'll see you in court. And I've never worked out how it's okay for games.
One of the big problems is that YouTube likes to silence.
Well, no. So YouTube, if you get DMCA notice, it will immediately get knocked down. Then you have to appeal. The problem is, if the claimant doesn't respond, they don't have to. The onus is on you to prove it true. At that point, that's when you just say, I'm contacting my lawyer, which most people don't because there's not much point. Oh no, someone let my video taken down. Oh well, I'm not going to go take a lawyer because, oh well. The Inquisition only bothers because he actually makes money about getting his lawyer to join in on the stream, basically. So remember, user ID, just in case I don't know, I think you are just the person who's randomly found us. I have been a game developer, professional game developer for 22 years now. This has been very much my life. I have had to understand and interact with many parts of this in order to get where I am today. So I have a very clear understanding of copyright, trademark, patents, etc. I've been involved in patent claims with Konami. I've been involved in copyright stuff. I've been there. The best one was that one of the games on X and A, it was called like F1 Racing and had minis in it. And I was like, dude, don't put minis in it. Don't call it F1 because you can't copyright F1. I was like, dude, if you Google F1, it says F1 is copyright the FIA. I'm like, it's just like this. You have to do is literally spend 2 seconds Googling it.
Doesn't libel need to be untrue?
There's slander.
Can be true, can be libel.
So there's slander and there's three. There's written, there's spoken, and there's one where you knew what you were saying to be untrue. Yeah. So yeah, it's quite tenuous. The thing is, I think with Jimquisition, he's actively trying to get developers to actually try and get stuff taken down by being actively aggressive. And I'm quite surprised because I've had some horrendous reviews that are outright abuse. And I've never done it. And I'm like looking at it going, Again, with my own forums, I do rule them with an iron fist. That I will accept no personal attacks whatsoever. 0. And there's no ifs, there's no buts. I will ban you in a heartbeat. If you say anything to or about me, if you said it in my house, I would ask you to leave immediately. I will ban you. And you get people going, oh, you should do 3 strikes. I'm like, no. Now, you're all aware of this when you got here. You're actively being an arsehole. Slag off my game all you like. Discuss what's wrong with the game, no problems. But if you say, I'm forcing you to do it, like, no personal attacks. Hate the player, not the game. In this case, hate the game, not the developer. Mowing the lawn's quite peaceful. I like it. I hope you guys are all doing excellent money things. I hope it's not just me here talking where you guys are doing nothing. I've seen you all doing brilliant stuff.
We're doing brilliant stuff. I'm Googling YouTube's terms and conditions of use for gameplay and monetization.
Because there's such a thing as long play. There are thousands of long play videos, and they don't have commentary. That's kind of the point.
What was the other one? Where they done playthroughs, like a 5-hour playthrough or 24-hour stream playthrough.
Long plays?
It wasn't long plays. It was
Let's
like charity
play?
streams. Yeah.
Well, they're just called charity streams.
I can't remember who it was.
But yeah, let's play just means I am streaming I am doing a video of a computer game. Oh, nothing. Never mind. I thought I was about to run out of fuel, but I'm actually nearly full on fuel.
So we need to at some point go and take our vehicles to be washed, cleaned, and repaired.
I was
And
gonna,
all of our attachments, because they're starting to get in a bit of a poor state.
So, what does that mean?
Well, I think Shulker left.
He just did. But what does that mean?
It's getting a bit nice.
Okay.
Like, what happens if my tools aren't repaired?
They become ineffective. I've never actually got to the stage of.
Do they stop working, or does just like my speed goes down? Okay.
I don't know. I've never tried.
Well, I mean that's a little bit of easy peasy grunt work. Just grab a machine that's not in use, take it back. But yeah, are you guys actually in the middle of anything? Because if not, I will sell my load of grass and I will head to bed.
We're sitting here.
Sounds good to me.
They work slower. Okay, thank you, Zodi.
Was that why the harvester was only going 4?
Oh.
Because it was doing 6.
Was it? I don't know if it ever was.
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. Let me drop this off, and then let me drive so I'll get in the harvester and I will drive it because I don't know where to take it though. So I will. But no, wait for me to get in the harvester because I don't know. I'm currently driving a tractor around.
We can buy a jet wash and stick it anywhere on our land.
I assume I have to repair it rather than just wash it.
I'm not sure if washing
The
helps.
jet wash is pretty fucking expensive. Come on, 4,000 for a pressure washer? Come on.
I thought it was 1.
No, it's 4,000. It's like 4,500.
That's a good pressure washer.
Is there one at the garage we can use?
Just going to use the car wash with my combine harvester.
A big mess. Put that mud everywhere.
So that's like £2,000, by the way, for a full load of grass.
Nice.
Well, yeah, we have to wait for the grass to grow.
But then we've got 2 fields worth of grass to cut, haven't we?
No, we're not. I just went and
Grass grows really fast, though.
I just went and did the other one.
Oh, have you done the other field? That's what I was asking.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I haven't picked up all the grass from this field. So where am I taking? Am I taking it to the garage?
I was just going to disconnect this trove
yeah.
and take it to trial.
So do I repair stuff at the garage is my question.
At the shop, yeah.
At the shop.
Shop.
Okay. Obviously.
There's a service area around the side.
I'm on my way. I say at full speed, but this figure doesn't really have a full speed. It just has a slow.
Well, I'm going to go to bed there.
All right then. We'll see you tomorrow. Welcome. Thank you for coming and joining in. And we'll say doing snow run tomorrow, and hopefully we'll finish off America, as I've been saying for the last 9 hours of stream.
Is it before or after you pick your truck up?
That's the first thing. We're picking the truck up.
Yeah, I should be along about after you've done that.
Well, SnowRunner.
Oh, the challenge is picking the truck up.
No, SnowRunner. The biggest challenge is actually getting into the game because, like, everyone turns up early because it's the most popular thing we stream, which is annoying.
To start fresh, start 2 streams and compete. All right.
All right.
Night, everyone.
No. I'm just filling it up. I'm filling it up with petrol from here.
Well, I've just come to the repair point at the garage, or what I thought was a repair point. It isn't. There's not a jet wash here that I'm seeing either.
You should be able to borrow a jet wash. That would be an awesome thing.
I know there is one mod that makes complete sense, and that is you can buy just a goddamn garden hose.
That
It costs you about 100. Yeah.
Oh, you say that. The water bowser. Can you wash a vehicle with a water bowser?
I don't know. Does it say you can?
I've never tried it and never looked.
Is
I
it
have
around
to
the
bring
back?
it around the side where I'm standing.
Because user ID said around the back, but where Esmir is, that's definitely the front. Oh yeah, there's a big
No,
old.
I
It's
said,
big up.
I said around
No.
the side.
Yeah, no. I agree, but yeah, user ID said around the back. This isn't the back. This is definitely the front.
Is that a jet wash there?
No, it's where you repair it, and that will clean it.
No, to the left. Oh no, it's a hose pipe to the left, but it doesn't work.
Please repair me. Is my nose repaired? Whatever it's called.
Wait, what the fuck? Why is it?
What's the what?
I didn't clean it.
No.
I cleaned it for me. Oh, weird.
Did you repair the front? I can't.
I don't know which one I repaired.
Well, I don't get to. I mean, my damage is repaired. Oh, really? User ID? Things that will make me stop playing this game quite quickly. That. Okay. Let me reverse out. How about, can you repair the header separately?
Wow, that header it needed to be repaired.
So-
Holy shit.
So we have to bring tools
It
here
was just straight up broken.
and drop them off. Okay, well that might explain the speed. Wow. Well, unfortunately I can't tell the speed because I need to be harvesting something to
Oh
actually...
yeah, turn it on.
No, it won't. It'll go high speed if it's not harvesting. Oh, maybe not. Hold on.
Should be 6 miles an hour.
Yeah, 6. That's
Which
50% faster.
Okay.
But
Can I
it doesn't.
repair as well? Or
It doesn't.
Can I go and get the trailer?
It doesn't tell me it's damaged. That's really annoying. And I have to drop the nozzle auto.
Thank you. It should tell you that you're damaged.
No, it tells me I'm damaged. It doesn't tell me my nozzle's damaged.
Yeah.
It should be a different colour. I thought it went.
What's a different
orange.
What went orange?
I thought the attachment.
No,
was...
it turns orange when it's operating.
Oh, I thought that meant it needed repairing.
Wow, that's
It's
very
wasting
poor.
a load of money.
So apparently, you're right. I mean, you say they make a mod. Does it have a name? So mod to make repairing stuff less of a ball ache. I mean, to be fair, that's quite normal. But I mean, I just want to drop my harvester off, and I want the game to say, "Come back in an hour, and we'll have it fixed." I'd much rather that than having to drag all my different
What,
attachments.
like
stuff.
a realistic one?
Well, no, because I really want to be like, gonna need to order the parts in for that one. It's gonna take 6 weeks. Not too realistic.
Yeah, that was totally unrealistic there.
No, I swear. All good.
Aye. It wasn't realistic.
Esme, are you still at the repair point? Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Oh, do we need
To
to
be
bring
fair, that 180 that I pulled in the pickup truck with the trailer, that should not have been. That was not realistic. I was actually expecting to flip the thing. Okay, that was the trailer.
Okay.
I'm sure air filter under somewhere. Have I just completely driven past? Ah, shit.
It still keeps trying to do the trailer.
How about now?
A little bit further.
This is dumb.
I
Okay.
got the tractor.
Okay, and how about just that?
Yep, there it is.
That's so stupid. That cost us like 1,000. Okay, awesome. Right, I'm going to bed. So
Alright.
we're still technically down for Barrel Trauma on Monday. I am quite happy to play this game more. I do find it nice. I do enjoy messing around with all the different bits and bobs. We should also make a habit when we aren't using a vehicle, parking it by the garage. That would make more sense of what we have been doing. By the shop.
What garage?
The shop, sorry.
Oh,
The repair spot. Because that means if anyone's like, what
Let's see
should
how
I
much it
do?
would cost to buy. We
That's
can
what I
buy
was
a
saying
vehicle
earlier.
workshop
Can we
for
not-
28,000.
But why?
And we don't have to pay the mechanic for it.
Yeah. But what I mean is, whenever we have more people, what can I do? Just repair all the vehicles. So we should leave vehicles back there when we're not using them. That makes sense.
can you not just recover them? I think you can go into the garage and recover shit.
Yeah, if you recover a vehicle, it loses all of its fuel. Oh, well, all but like 10%.
Really?
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah.
They never used to do that. Oh, apparently we've got the Vertistrat Spirit R300S is at 6% and has got a warning in the vehicle overview menu.
Is that the plower?
No idea.
I think that's the plower.
Yes, it is.
But
Yeah, so the plow is broken.
user ID. What's the name? To be fair, we have kind of sorted it, but yeah, that's annoying that we have. There's been no indication on screen. The end of my thing is broken. I don't mind the braking. That's fine, but you have to tell me.
I can't attach that solar to the truck, can I? It's got the wrong doodah on it.
Yeah, that is correct.
Bugger. That's going to cost a lot to repair that, I think.
Well, shit happens. Right.
How much is it?
Well, I am off to bed now. But yeah, we should play this more. I like this. And we will be back. So tomorrow we're doing SnowRunner, and the goal, as I keep saying, is to complete the first area, which we still haven't completed, despite having played the game for a year. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with that. Thank
It
you.
doesn't help that they keep throwing stuff at it.
Well, yeah. But yeah, thank you everyone for playing, for watching, playing. And we will see you all very soon. Nighty night.